We're live in Oahu, Hawaii. Oh man, Maestro, we got a great time ahead of us, man. We are in Hawaii here for the Layup. What a great name, the Layup Invitational. We've got quite a few teams in action, 12 to be exact, that were invited out to this wonderful, wonderful state where the sand is sandy, the sun is sunny, and the beach be beaching. How you doing today, Maestro?
Aloha. How's everybody feeling, fam? It is good. I feel good here, yes. I cannot wait to see the get down on the boogie down out here in this awesome tournament. And it's gonna be a show me tournament for a couple of teams now, including one of our teams performing first here tonight. Today.
Yeah, I do. You still on East Coast time. Beast of the East.
I'm still on East Coast time.
Taking on SimWorld Oceania. A lot of talent going to be out there for both of these teams. A lot of people made the trip for this one. A lot of people traveled out here to Hawaii, got their ducats up. A lot of invitations sent out. Shout out to Coach Dre Pope is in the building, flew out. Coach Akamura, Coach Kendall Joyner. There's a lot of kids actually made their way. I see Sniper in the building, Coach Heesh, Cyrus Jackson. A lot of people in here early for this prime time action. SimWorld Prep getting some prime time views just ahead of the Last Dance. One of the favorites for the Last Dance in this one, like we said, Beast of the East. Maestro, what is SimWorld Oceania going to have to do here to compete against this juggernaut of a team?
Oh, here we go. As I knew you was going to start right up into that, and this is going to get it out the way. You know, Oceania does not even have a win to this point this season. And we know that there's a lot more talent than that lurking on that bench and lurking on that team, all right? Now, for me, everything is going to kind of start and end with how Kyron Taylor is going to handle the leadership of this particular team to get everybody on point. But what they need to do is dig in and give us some grit. Give us something to show us that they have learned this season. I understand that, you know, in their actions so far, they've only been in 3 prep tournaments, but not getting a win and out of the tournament means there's a lot of dead time on the court for them. So this is going to be a real mental challenge for them to be able to survive this tournament and compete. And I'm hoping they're able to do that.
Struggling here early as we saw a quick block from Najar Freaks of the week, and the Wolf on Ball Street coming down with a ill-advised pull-up, but it's not ill-advised when it goes down. But there is an early bucket from SimWorld Oceania. They're going to need a lot of that from that young man, knocking those down, getting the open ones to go. Man, Maestro, again, I'm so glad to be out here with you, man, and to be in Hawaii. I hear it's freezing back stateside, but it is sunny and feeling good here. What a beautiful facility and setup that they've made for us here in Oahu.
I love it. You know, it is hard to have a bad day when you're out here. I'm just going to say this, you know, got some golf in and, couldn't say that back home. And I just tell you one thing that I would say about being on the island, you really get a chance to appreciate where you are. And the closest feeling I get to that, I'm just going to get it out the way right now. The closest feeling I would get to that is when we would go to Oceania's home court and that view that we would have, that beautiful view we would have of the water and everything else whenever we'd be there with them.
For sure. I think this is a little different for me. We're a little closer to mainland and not out on that barge, but beautiful white sands here. We're right mountainside with tiki huts. Just what a beautiful city this is. What a great facility and a place to host this tournament. Hope these kids get to enjoy this while they can. As of right now, Oceania enjoying a 1-point lead here. It's early on. It's a basketball game of runs, but they look confident thus far.
Yes. And, you know, I have a feeling, please forgive me, but kind of coming out with, okay, look, we haven't won all season. Let's lay it out right now. You know, so what if you blow it?
And look at that.
I'm telling you, if you're able to do what you're able to do, and that's, I tell you, Tyrell Wallace is getting it done down low. The idea is if you do what you came here to do, get this win under your belt, get that feeling of victory, get that taste of victory in your mouth, give yourself an opportunity to feel good about yourself, and then build on that throughout this tournament, because this can actually be a season for you. So make it count.
And there they go again. Another big shot there. I believe that was Travion Abbas knocking that one down, if I'm not mistaken. Young man, 17-year-old. As you talk about Australia, he's getting it done there. This three-point game now, that's one of the things for the Similar Oceania team. They have some guys that can shoot. They get a little streaky and they can shoot between Travion Abbas and Torian Samora, who comes off the bench. And even Kyron Taylor has been known to get hot. We saw him hit some pretty big buckets this far in the season. But look at Travion Abbas. No fear in his eyes, and the confidence is flowing.
And again, why? Why have any fear? We haven't won. Come on, we haven't won, fam. Let's go out. Let's do this now. One way to leave everything. You should need an IV and a wheelchair when this game is over if you're Oceania. That's how you should feel about approaching this. I know it's the first game. I get that, but you know what? Come on, man. Come on. You know we gotta put some in that left-hand column. Gots to do it.
What they call this? Is this what they call a trap game, Maestro?
Ooh, for Beast of the East, man. I hate to say that. You know. Coach Overtime, I'm sorry, his real name is Assad Drayton. He can get at me for saying that. He's too smart, I think, to allow him or his team to fall into that. You know, Coach moves to a standard, and the one thing I respect about Coach Drayton is he moves to a standard. It's not this is who we're playing, we got to play this way. No, this is what we do. Let's just be better at what we do and make them beat us on our turf, right? So. Teams that play to the other team, I think, can fall victim to the trap game, so to speak. I don't think he's one of those coaches. I don't think this is one of those teams, and I don't think that this is one of those situations where that might even come into play. Now, I'll tell you what might come into play, Yells, and that is the idea of if anybody on Beast of the East is thinking we got this game because we have a winning streak of 4 games versus them have a losing streak of 6. If one person on that team gets out of whack, gets out of cycle, so to speak, that might be a gap that Oceania can fall into. And I'm gonna steal your word. The shenanigans early. What's going on now?
Shenanigans indeed. No shenanigans going on for Similar Oceania or Travion Abbas II. 8 points, 8 of Oceania's 14. He's only missed 1 shot, 2 of 3 from deep. Getting the job done here. Oceania looking to extend that lead. That's a pull-up 3 on the inbound. What a play there. That's get my stat sheet. These kids here, we're getting to know them all together. That was Caden Malone with the big bucket there.
Love every second of it. And I'll say this, and I promise I'll drop the anchor off the side of the boat. If I'm Oceania, I'm playing this game. I'm playing every possession of this game as if we're down by 3. I'm playing no matter what the score is, I'm going to play it as if we're down by 3. I'm going to make myself commit and press to owning and being honest in every possession. And that means every dribble, every second and tick on the clock has to have meaning. And I meant what I said earlier. They should leave this game here no matter what, victory or a loss, but they should leave this game, everybody needing IVs, they need to be wheeled out in wheelchairs with EMS because they need to leave it all right here. And if they play every possession, if they're down by 3, they're going to do that.
Well, I guess I'll push back on that one, Maestro. Round robin format here in the first round. Of course, this tournament is going to be running through Monday with the championship game on Monday. We've got games today, we've got games tomorrow, and then we wrap it up on Monday. But some of these kids, or all of these kids, are going to be playing 2 games today. So they'll have another one. Do they?
And you know what?
They want an IV after the first one?
Give me an IV after the first one, and you know what? Give me an exorcist for the next one, or go on and bring up, Jesus do the Lazarus thing or something. Because guess what? We can't afford to think about the next game. We can't afford to think about the next quarter. We can't afford to think about the next possession. We got to be in this possession right here, right now, for reals. Come on, get some.
Keyshawn May there on the block, 16-year-old out of Albury, Australia. All of these players on this Simworld Prep team, no surprise, all from Australia. Very homegrown team here. We see some substitution for Beast of the East. Highly touted Tyree Moy now in the game.
Yeah.
Really skilled kid, 6'9", 6'10". Beautiful pass into Najor. Freak of the week. He drops it in there. But this at his size, Maestro, are you impressed? And well, I know you are. We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Just what is the ceiling for a kid that size, with that level of skill from the perimeter, but still knows that he's going to make his money on the inside?
You know, here and I'm just gonna give you credit. I'm gonna give Marsh credit. I'm gonna give Blaze credit. I'm gonna give Bob credit. I'm gonna give Lava credit. When I first came into SimWorld, you guys used to beat me up in the corner all the time with a bunch of frozen oranges in a sock, letting me know positionless basketball, Maestro. Chill your face. And the idea of and I'll tell you how those beatings came home. You see a player like him, and like you said, his money's gonna come on the inside. And the fact that he has a semblance of an above-average handle tells me that he can be that weapon that I need him to be when I need him to be it, and he's going to produce because he can produce. And, oh, by the way, I love the fact that he can bring a defensive attitude when necessary. And that, I think, is going to make sure that his ceiling is going to be wide open, because with his height, his athleticism, and everything else that's going for him, nothing can get in his way.
Good defense down low from SimWorld Oceania. I believe that was Caden Schott, excuse me. I'm just really impressed how this SimWorld Oceania team is playing. And like you said, when you haven't lost a game, you just throw it all out. And there is nothing to lose. Most dangerous team there is a team with nothing to lose.
There you go.
16 seconds on the clock. Clock not all matched up here for the final shot, but they're going to take some clock. Burned a lot of clock there, and he knocked that shot down.
I like that. I was just going to say how much I didn't mean to step on you there. I was just getting ready to say how much I like the fact that even at this moment, playing it for a last shot, even though the clock wasn't necessarily on your side.
20-15. Pull your bingo cards out. Beast of the East on upset alert here, but it is only first quarter. We got more action coming. First quarter in the books. Stay with us here. The Layup Invitational.
My experience with SimWorld Sports has been absolutely amazing. It's one of the most realistic, hands-free esports universes that I have ever seen. I love the fact that you can see a coach, you can see a player go right from the preps all the way to the pros here at SimWorld Sports. And I must say that it might be one of the most immersive things that I have ever been a part of. 24/7 media coverage. You get a chance to see live games. You get a chance to see live runs. It is clearly just an amazing thing to be a part of. And so if you are a sports fan, if you are a former athlete, if you are a role play gamer, if you like to get into communities that you love, then SimWorld Sports is for you. See the game, be the game.
Yes, sir.
See the game, be the game indeed. Start of the second quarter coming up here. Let's go ahead and say thank you to everyone who has tuned in across all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Gaming, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, and Insta. You guys showing your support. We really appreciate y'all. Those of you who came into the game, checked in, and checked right out, I'm not so happy about it. I'm just be honest. I don't respect it. Beast of East right now, garnering some, Oceania garnering some respect from Beast of the East. As they have a 5-point lead on them here. If you're Coach Drayton on the sideline, Maestro, what are you telling your team right now? Down 5. Probably, I'm going to go ahead and say a little bit in shock with how well this Oceania team has competed here to start this game.
You know what? I can't even argue against that a little bit. Talking about the idea of them having like maybe a sticker shock going here this early in the game. They are really not that far behind their particular point expectation. And generally, Beasts of the East, they either have a super strong first quarter or they come out and they play to this particular point. Maybe there might be a couple of points shy of what they might normally be on the low end. I'm really not worried about that with them. They have so many cats on the side that can score. Jordan Belmont. We can just go down the list here. Jordan Belmont, Losi Thomas. Those guys can. Those guys can put the bucket in the biscuit anytime they want to, right? So I don't think he's worried about that. I think what he might have had a concern about is the way Oceania played. Oceania played very strong, so let's going to give them some credit. and then the fact that they matched up so effectively in that first quarter against them. So he might have says, look, you know what, let's raise those antennas just a couple more inches up out of our heads right now and really pay attention to where we are.
7-point game. Some could call this the danger zones. We see a double team come out there, and the team's hitting all their shots. I will say Oceania seems to be hitting very efficiently, far more efficient clip than what they normally do. And on the other end of that, BC East not looking quite as efficient, missing shots that you're used to normally seeing them hit from Sacred Miller and Jordan Belmont. As we see a beautiful move there from Kyrie Brown going baseline.
Yes, and you know what? Magically on the point, you know, they are slightly ahead of their point average for the season. Not that much, though, but they're slightly ahead of their point average for the season, and they're certainly ahead of their field goal percentage. They're going to need to want to maintain it. But again, like I say, those are the thoughts you and I can quite casually have here on the side as we look at the, hey, how you doing there in the front row? You know, I'm sorry, I'm back. What were we talking about? Yeah, okay. So, you know, we can kind of talk about that ourselves, but what they need to be thinking about, this possession, we're down by 3, no matter if it's offense or defense. That's the mindset they need to have until the buzzer bleeps and they wake up inside the ambulance on the way to the hospital to get the rest of their IV before they come back and play that next game.
Down by 3 indeed is a way to call that. They have not hit their threes here. They've taken some long twos as well that have yet to fall, but Oceania playing at their pace here. So we see an ISO here in the build here. They want to work on Kyrie Brown on defense. Just burning some clock here. Going to put up a last-second shot. Not a great play there.
No, I think that was a little bit of miscommunication. Oh!
Don't bring juice to a gin party. Don't do it.
Sing it with me, fam.
Even in Hawaii.
Come on.
The rule is the same. You do not bring juice to a gin party. Tyrell Wallace says, get to know me. And
strong
then there's
inside.
a big bucket there. 7-point lead back up for Oceania. Bisa East need to be looking for some answers here.
Yes.
Kyrie Brown, wide open, unable to get that one to go.
You know, I think there's expectation here. Oh, to the rim with some attitude.
That's a strong move, too. We're not looking at a 9-point lead here, Maestro.
I'm loving this for Oceania. And I love the fact that they're playing with selective urgency. And by that, I mean this. They're willing to slow the game down, to sort of pull Beast of East into the phone booth when they want to, but when they're opportunistic, when they get a chance to press and they know they can get numbers, they're running right to the rim. I love that. That means they're staying in some semblance of a flex type of a principle that will play to their advantage as long as they're willing to stay in it the entire game.
Absolutely. And speaking of staying in it, we have some people who stayed in and came in early here. We want to go ahead and give you a chance to get your shout-outs in the chat. You know what to do, and if you don't, man, read the damn screen. Get your shout-outs in the chat. We'll get them in on the air for you. But meanwhile, we're going to shout you out for being here, being a supporter and repping for SimWorld. Shout out to Makai Marks, new to SimWorld. Saw you in an open run earlier today. Kiddo, it went viral. You got game. Shout out to you. We got Kai Dior in the building. Cyrus Jackson, Coach Simpson. Shout out to you. Big Killer Kai Cam Killings in the building. Monte Parson with MP3 Gaming. Check him out. I hear he may have a show coming. Take it easy. Hey. Shout out to everyone being here. You get your shout outs in. We'll give you another moment here. There's a steal. BC East trying to pick up the pace here. There's a steal and a throwdown there from Losi Thomas. Coach Simpson got his shout out in. Says shout out the SimWorld team as usual. We'll take it. And looks like we got Coach Akamura in there. Shout out to SimWorld out in America. Shout out to them indeed, along with Juan Vazali.
There you go. And I ain't gonna say my Coach Pope, but you know he out here on points. He ain't paid no money. I'm sorry, I'm just playing Coach.
Coach Pope, he came into the building or the pavilion. Excuse me. I thought he had 2 collars popped for a second. I really did. He didn't. But I thought he did.
He came here with some of that pineapple pizza. He ain't fooling nobody.
Jordan Belmont here with the ball at the top of the key. You know what I have not seen from this BC East team here is ball movement.
Right.
They have a lot of individual scores, and normally that gets the job done. But on a day like today, that ball might just need to move. When you see defense like that, Tyrell Wallace is giving up nothing on the inside. I do believe that might be his third block.
I believe you're right.
It is his third block of the game here. The second quarter is not all the way done. Losi Thomas picking up the bucket there, repping for Delaware.
You have to make those blocks count. If you're going to stop a team like Beast of the East that's in the top 10 in points per game and prep, you need to make sure they get that one opportunity and make them go back home and cry to their mama that they can find no eggs on Easter Sunday. Because if you give them a second, third chance, you're asking for trouble.
You stop talking about what you're talking about for me. Let's talk about that. Was Travion Abbas yet again? Did someone wake him up? What did they put in his Wheaties this morning?
Woke him up. Woke him.
He's got 10 points. He averages 10 points a game, plays about 23 minutes. He's got 10 already. He's got 2 threes. He's got a monster and 1 dunk right there. He's rocking and rolling, man. Who's matched up with this kid?
Love it. Love it. You know what? It don't matter. He says, send who you got. Or actually, you know what? He going to pull a Larry Bird. Y'all got him on me? Really?
One of the greatest of all time. Say what you will. I take him no lower than number 3 in all-time small forwards, and that's.
Thank you.
I'm actually dropping him a little too low, but I digress. That's bar talk. Beast of the East trying to get something rolling here. More good defense from SimWorld Oceania, breaking up the alley-oop to Najur Freaks. They get back on defense. Freaks with a good contest there.
Strong move, but contested. Took too long. Should have went straight to the rim. I understand he was trying to guarantee the point in there. He was a little off balance on the floor. You got to go to the rim with some violence right there. You got to make it happen.
Freaks working down low. Double teams. Going to kick it out to Ball Street. Jordan Belmont. He can't get it to go. Again, BC East just, you'd have to think at some point they're going to start hitting the shots that they normally do.
Yeah.
But
yes.
There's only 8-minute quarters here, though, Maestro. You only got 17 minutes to get it done.
I'm just going to tell you. One of my best coaches, she would make us think of the game, not in terms of minutes, not in terms of quarters, but in terms of seconds. And she would say, okay, she'd make you look at the clock. How many seconds left to go in the game? And she would drill us with that because she wanted an urgency in every possession. And I tell you something, I appreciated that so much because that carried me for as limited as my basketball life was, but it helped me in so many other sports too, thinking of it that way. When that clock is going, every second is like clapping.
BC's here with the ball. They got those championship uniforms. Let's not forget they are one-time SimWorld Prep champions. Coach Drees looking to hopefully get another one in the books before he moves, Coach Drayton hoping to get another one before he moves on to Syracuse and hopefully at least be able to get them 1 win in a season. If he's able to do that, he's already exceeded expectation.
I got my money on Coach Overtime. I got my money on Coach.
You think he can coach him to one victory?
I'm going to guarantee it. I'm going to put my house up.
Yikes.
He's going to get at least 1 win. 1 win. That's the faith I have in Coach Overtime.
Miss there, 10 seconds left. BC East going to look to try and draw this one a little closer than 5. They've been down this entire game. Can't get that one to go a little early. He's going to heave it up. Ooh. Not able to go. We're going to go into halftime with Oceania maintaining a lead over Beast of the East. Maestro, what?
Oceania's doing everything right. I stepped on you. I love you.
No, you didn't. It was just time to get to it. It was time to get to it.
Yeah. Oceania's doing everything right. They're contesting every shot. They're being whatever. Even though the second quarter played to 50-50, both teams scoring 11 points in that second quarter. Oceania did what they need to do. They contested every shot. That second quarter could have been a reverse of what happened in the first quarter, but Oceania's in every single possession. They've only had a couple of bad possessions, and they did not let those bad possessions come back and bite them. On the other side, Beast of the East, they need to realize, they need to tell this team who they are. And they need to do that by getting to all those things you brought up earlier. They're very aggressive to the rim. They're really good with ball movement, and they need to make that happen in the second half. Otherwise, we might be talking something else, fam.
33% from the field from Beast of the East. I'm sure that's going to be a talking point during halftime. Oceania up. Stay with us. We got more action coming up after this.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
Yo, 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 it's your boy. Check out Talking Dirty with me so we can catch up on prep news and SimWorld Sports. You know the deal. Holla at your boy. See the game? Be the game.
Kofi Cooks. Kofi Cooks.
We are back in Hawaii. So glad to be back. For you stateside, shiver me timbers. Like I said, we are enjoying it here. It is a cool, brisk, but rather warm 74 degrees sitting on the beach. So, you think that plays into this game at all, Maestro? Is that play into how Bisa East is performing, or Oceania? Does that have anything with this being a semi-outdoor atmosphere and environment here?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's about, you know, okay, so it's about depth perception, right? You know, if you play a game in an enclosed gym with no seats versus a football stadium that it's a really deep background versus an outdoor arena where you have this sort of landscape sort of view, it sort of plays into the depth. So even if it's subconsciously, yes, it does. And I'll just say this, you know, it's not bad to look out on the beach and see some people walking around too. Hey, I'm sorry, we're talking about the game. Yeah, where we at? We're talking about the game. Yeah, so yeah, good. Basketball, good. Basketball, real good. Basketball, good.
You know, I have to say here, similar Oceania, Coach Olsen Myers, if Oceania holds on to this, obviously it's going to be a big-time win, a boost for this team, picking up their first win in a tournament like this, the invitational against a team as good as Beast of the East. But on the other side, if they are unable to hold on to this game, I know he's going to be upset with the number of ill-advised, self-inflicted turnovers that have occurred. You have to count back to those 5 already in this game, none of which were forced by Beast of the East.
You're playing with negative room for error. You know, if
it sounds crazy too, right? While we're saying this, while they're up 7 to a casual fan.
But it's the reality. You know, it's the reality of it. You know, you're right now. You're holding Beast of the East to about a half a point per possession, and on average, they're generally about a little like 0.87 points per possession. So the fact that you're holding down that much right now speaks to what you're doing really, really well, right? However, and the idea of that whole negative room for error is you have not been able to sustain anything of success as your record has played out to be. You know, your record says, you know, you are who your record says you are. So for this team, it's that mental struggle that we talked about early in the game. Ooh,
Ahan Waterhouse.
Let us pray. You know, that mental struggle becomes real because winning is more than just about points, you know, buckets and the biscuits and all that other stuff. It's about your mentality of how you're able to play and sustain to keep your physicality moving forward to win. So there's a whole lot of other things in the art of winning too, more than just being a good team or a good player.
Tons of scouts in the building, Maestro. Lots of scouts from SimWorld U as well as SWBA made this trip as well. And I tell you,
hanging out at the luau last night.
Yeah, they were. I hear there's another one tonight. Enzo Wolf in the building. I see him. I see you over there, Enzo. Committed, headed to Iowa, one of the best recruiters in the nation, and he's just a student on the team. But yeah, lots of recruits in the building, and this spotlight again that SimWorld Prep gives. Not only to kids stateside, but across the globe. Travion Abbas putting it on full display. 13 minutes, 15 points. He's shown an ability to attack the rim. He's shown ability to knock down the outside jumper, shoot off the dribble. He's defended and locked up in a couple of moments, and then we just saw there him playing off ball, without the ball, making beautiful cuts to the basket. Stock rises quickly when the right people see you.
Absolutely, and you know what? You give them an opportunity to firsthand see in person, because you can Garen doggone tee it that they've seen tape, they've seen video. I'm sorry, I'm saying tape. I'm old. Video. They've seen video. You know, they everything, right? They've talked to people or whatever. But when they get a chance to see it up person, there is a little extra amount of energy that they see about you and how you produce and how you put out that tells them, yes, good bet, bad bet, right? So great steal, great hands up at the top of the key. Don't have numbers, way to slow it up. That's smart ball right there, and that's the kind of mentality here. The lead is only by 3 now. Understand, you need to play as if you're down by 3. Because believe me, Beast of the East, as you said, I'm going to finish that thought earlier, yes, but Beast of the East is going to find a way back into this game. You know there's too much talent not to. But the whole thing back to the scouts, right? The idea of what you do here on the floor right now with the people looking at you They're not thinking about your record. They're not thinking about the fact that you have not won a game yet. They're looking at what you're putting out, and then as they consider that in the back of their mind, that's when the sandwich becomes whole. And they go, wow, wait a minute, hold up. This kid played like that when they were X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3. Then it becomes more impressive.
Tell you what, when I look at the whole of these teams, I see one team that's playing a lot of one-on-one ball, and I see another team that's playing a lot of great team ball offensively. Very fluid, lots of back cuts. Almost a Princeton offense, like just with a lot of back cuts and just waiting on the right opportunity for Similar Oceania, as we see a big-time move there. And a 5-point lead, and these every time Beasts of the East get a little bit closer, Similar Oceania just runs a great offensive set.
Okay, this is going to get real about it, right? It is about what? Productivity. Giving yourself the best opportunity for productivity, right? So what do? You run the sets, you run the principles that your coach lays out for you, and you have to execute within that. But also, here's where the IQ comes in. Man, we talked about this the last time that you and I broadcast together. IQ means more than just knowing the what you need to do when you need to do it, but the why you need to do this when you need to do it. And that's what separates the really, really good and great from the really, really okay sort of good. And if you're going to execute...
Oxymoron, Maestro. I got to call you out. Really, really okay kind of good? That's not a thing, folks. If y'all are listening, that is not a thing.
Now, okay, I'm going to push back on you a little bit. I'm going to tell you what I mean when I say that. We can look at a player on a pro team and call them trash, but they're on a pro team. So on the pro level, they might not be the top shelf, but they're still better than anybody else who's in the pro team.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. It's better than the best known. I got you. Right there with you. 7-point lead here for Similar Oceania, looking to extend this lead. Beast of East had it as close as one big-time block there by Najor Freaks. Maybe this can change momentum here.
I think you're right.
Similar Oceania, though, gets back on defense and prevents any transition buckets here. This has kind of been the Achilles heel for Beast of East, to be only honest, in this game. When they've had to go to a half-court set, Oceania has been everywhere that they've wanted to be, like MasterCard, and they've had to settle for icicle buckets.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, defensive slip up, no help side got around on the side, but I also got to give him credit for such a great, strong step there.
Absolutely. Ball goes up for Kyron Taylor. He's going to knock down the three. Now it is a 8-point game.
Oceania's living good. Oceania's living good, but again, can't think about that. Can't think about, oh my God, we got 8-point lead. They need to think, okay, we're down by 3. What do we got to do? Got to get a stop, got to get a bucket. Every possession, got to get a stop, got to get a bucket.
That's another miss from outside, Maestro.
So unlike Beast of the
cannot
East.
buy a bucket.
So unlike Beast of the East. So unlike Beast. And oh, by the way, talk about not buying a bucket. They're at 0.3 points per possession right now. That is way below their season average.
2 for 9 from deep. Shots they normally hit. That was a great pass. Great contest there. Unable to finish. Under 2 minutes left to go. What do you want to see from Beast of East offensively or defensively, Maestro? If you're coaching on that sideline, Coach Drayton has already moved on, or you just pushed him on. What are you wanting to see from this Beast of East team?
I want to start seeing them contesting a little bit early in every possession in terms of defensively.
Oh.
They're the type of team. Oh, my goodness. They're the type of. Yeah, I thought it was too. Beast of East is the type of team that actually can kill you in transition should they so choose, but we've not seen any movement. It's going to bring me to the next part of it. Contest early in every possession, and when you get the ball, whether it's in transition or semi-transition, you need to be moving, boo. You need to more back cuts, more side cuts, more off-point leverage moves. You just can't stand around.
Timeout in effect. We're actually going to take a break alongside them. Be right back after this.
See the game, Be the game.
Yes, I know. Very good. Look who's over there. He's walking.
Tune in to No Missed Calls after every live stream, where you can hear unfiltered analysis of what went down. We're back here with Beast of the East, trailing SimWorld Oceania. We talked a lot about Beast of the East, but SimWorld Oceania really just playing a solid game, getting contribution from everyone. Take a minute here to say the other game going on simultaneously at the same time on the other court here at Oahu Sports Paradise. What a beautiful facility. That one just wrapped up as the Queen City Kings take down the Rocky Mountain Monsters in their first game of the night. Andre Shiftworthy, 13 points. Xavier Mann, 15, but to no avail for the Rocky Mountain Monsters.
That says something right here. How you start a tournament says a lot in terms of where your mindset is, everything else. No, by the way, that was taking them down with Rocky Mountain having a huge fourth quarter. A 22-point fourth quarter, and they still had the tip to score back 62, losing by only scoring 46. So all their scoring happened in the fourth quarter, and it just wasn't enough.
Big time bucket there from the Wolf on Wall Street. It is a 1-point game with 2 seconds left, Maestro. Just like that. Can't get that one to go. Fourth quarter, if you like comebacks, if you're a fan of Beasts of the East, or if you're a fan of Simwell Oceania and want to see them get this one going, stay tuned. We got more action. We got more games coming after this one.
Is there?
Hey, it's Henry Martell, and I just joined SimWorld Hoops. If you like hoops as much as art, then you gotta check them out. It's a Discord server, discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. It's really the ultimate virtual basketball experience. Like, this isn't your average game. It's like stepping into your own basketball world. And whether you're like a player or a fan, it's time to see the game be the game.
I had an idea in my head. I pictured this going differently. I meant every word that I said. You should have spent more time listening. All the things that I put a hold on, all for you to hit me with a hold on. What makes you so ready right now? After I waited on you for so long. Why you wanna be my love? Is it just for show? Why you wanna be my love? My love, my love, love. Why you wanna be my love? Is it just for show? Why you wanna be my love? My love, my love, love.
Fourth
Say
quarter
it.
in front of
Say it.
us. Can I say it?
Say it. Say it.
I got
Say it.
permission.
Say it.
You know what
Say it.
time it is. It's fourth quarter time. Put those fours up in the chat.
Say it.
Yeah. I got to do it my own way, but thank you, B-Ron, for giving me clearance. Oceania, hold on to a 1-point lead here. I don't know if all these fans, some of these locals here in the building, know if this would be an upset or not, but they're getting some great entertainment either way there.
Absolutely.
As we see Simwell Oceania knocking down another bucket there. And then we see the shenanigans here. We see the East. Coach Drayton absolutely live it. I had a moment to talk to him during the break, and he said, hey, you know, these are young kids. You have to be understanding, essentially. And, you know, sometimes they follow directions, sometimes they don't. But right now, you know, he would like to see them follow the game plan a little bit more is what I take away from this. Still down just 3, though.
I'm not going to say what I got to say right now.
It sound like some excuses, Maestro?
Yeah, I say, sis, we should have heard the way Sister Mary Hamilton was talking to us when we were in 5th grade. That's all I'm going to say. That and kids, no excuse nothing.
Kyra Taylor barely grazed the rim there. Sister Mary Hamilton, I'm certain she would have had some choice words for that shot there. 3-point game here.
Would she? That beautiful Irish accent and curse words come out there sound like licorice candy, boy. You're like, wait a minute, she's cussing us.
Stagnant offense here. Can't tell if they run on a sky-high screen or what they want to do. This
so unlike
be a lost possession. Got one man back on defense. Ahon Waterhouse pulling up ill-advised 3.
So unlike Beast of these. So unlike them. That you know, it's gonna be some words. Patient or not, but that's just so unlike them and that previous possession. And we've seen a few of those possessions here today. But you know what? Oceania can't think about that now. That possession's gone. It's in the past. It's in the damn pyramids. So let's go on here living right now. Get this stop again. Turn this stop into a bucket some type of way. Got some defensive semi-trapping going on there. Look like defensive shit. But there's no movement going on from Beast of East. No one is taking advantage of it.
He's going to pull up another shot here. This is just so peculiar what we're watching here.
You know, maybe they had a little bit too much pork and pineapple last night at the luau. I don't know what's happening. But, you know, I didn't know pork had tryptophan in it, but goodness gracious. Oceania needs to take full advantage of this. They need to take full advantage of this particular moment. They've been moving the ball well, only a few bad possessions. They can't afford to start having them now.
Kyron Taylor knocks it down for 3 6-point game here for SimWorld
goodness.
Oceania.
He was so open, he could have written a letter and shenanigans. He was open, he could have written a letter and gotten a tattoo and still taking that shot.
I'm honestly at a loss of words right now.
Yeah. It's you know, okay. So I'm gonna try not to be. I'm just gonna say it this way. You have this time left to go here in the game, right? So this is going to get ugly about it, right? So you have 326 seconds left to go here in this game, and what you need to do at this particular moment, right now, Oceania, is to find a way to make this number bigger without thinking about this number being bigger. But if you're Beast of the East, you need to. Oh my goodness, that okay? That went around the rim twice, so that should be 2 extra points, right? The idea for Beast of the East right now is they need to. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna head to a break here. I think we got one coming.
Yeah.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Kamal Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the 3 in the clip. Game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The 1 twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. SimWorld. This is your shot.
Yo, yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze.
SimWorld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast facts, Big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be tripping with my foes, tipping, shot out to the ballers. No bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. SimWorld hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
Maestro, very peculiar game going on here. 9 minutes left. Very interesting. Does Bisa East have a chance to get out of this?
Oh yes, they do. It's only a 9-point game. That's nothing for them. They definitely have the capability as well as the ability to be able to overcome a 9-point lead with it's going to get out the way. 301 seconds left to go in the game, right? So how do you push this to the next level for them? Well, what they need to do, and something you said earlier, they need to get on the ball movement side of the tip, boo. They need to start moving away from the ball, giving themselves an opportunity to get cuts to the basket. I don't know, their game, the way we normally see them do. And also, you notice something else, we've not seen them survive and transition the way we're used to seeing them do, right? So there's a few things that's just been missing from their game. Meanwhile, Oceania's taking advantage of all that, AWWWL that, and making sure that they have capitalized as best they can with where they are. But right now, you know what I'm going to say, Oceania needs to think, we're down by 3, we need a bucket.
I think they need a stop. More than they need a bucket, they need some stops here. They have not been able to stop SimWorld Oceania from scoring here today. They've hit all the tough shots all game long. Symwell Oceania is shooting. Is this correct? They're shooting over 50% for the game.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are, and it just dropped. It just dropped to a little under 50, but they've been there. But they've been holding Beasts of the East to only 37%.
Wow. 4 minutes left. 7-point game. Beasts of the East have been here before. They've been within one, but look at that big time shot there. Oceania just hitting all of the tough shots today.
And I love the change of pace. Sometimes they hold it for the last shot. Sometimes they press it to the rim. They're very advantageous oriented in terms of taking advantage of a transition game. Strong move to the bucket. Very well done. They're very smart in terms of Oceania taking advantage of when the transition offers himself to them, and they're also willing to do that, willing to spread the floor and get a nice midi. But while you see that happens, what happens? 2 white jerseys are heading to the rim to get the rebound. They're trying to make sure they capitalize on every possession. That's what they really need to do to make this count the rest of the way.
Good defense there, Beasts of the East. Yes. I can tell you what, they're starting to look a little comfortable. There's a big-time block for Keyshawn May. This interior for Symwell Oceania has been very tough today. You may have thought that Nazure Freaks was going to go wild. You may have thought that Ahon Waterhouse was going to go wild. You may have thought that Tyree Moy was going to go wild. But I tell you what, Keyshawn May, Tyrell Wallace, as well, defending in a major way on the interior for this Oceania squad.
And it's something else that they're also doing, and I don't want to let it sleep on the other side with Ahon Waterhouse here with double digits in rebounds, for Beasts of the East. They're just not converting those rebounds into points. But on the other side with Oceania, we're seeing them not only move, we're seeing a number of players with at least 1 assist. So that means not only are they moving, they are taking advantage of that movement with great passing.
Good defense there. Great rebound. Great hustle there for Symwell Oceania. 5-point game here. Beasts of the East still fighting. Under 3 minutes to go. They're going to have to make a move quick, and they're going to need another stop here. There's a shot from someone who's been knocking down big shots all day. Kyron Taylor can't get that one to go. Beasts of the East pushing the pace. Looks like they're going to reset here. Losi Thomas has been balling. 6 straight points for him. He goes right by his man. He's going to put it up again. He's on fire right now. 8 straight points for Losi Thomas. And I tell you what, Oceania might want to be looking at a timeout because they're in the danger zone. We talk about Beasts of the East having shot makers, individual scorers. They may have been struggling all game, but Losi Thomas is rolling now.
Yes, he is. Yes, and he's putting the team on his shoulders the way you talked about him earlier. We talked about this. What he's able to do is what? Score. Scoring is not an issue, but stopping is an issue and has been. And Oceania's trying to take advantage of it tonight with a strong bucket down low right then and there.
Abbas with his 22nd point of the night, just showing up in a major way, saying, hey, I'm going to play fundamental ball. It's not all pretty, but it is buckets. And there is a bucket right there. I believe that is Kyrie Brown getting it to go. It's getting closer, a 3-point game. You hear the crowd rolling. There's some great defense from Nazure Freaks. Block on Keyshawn Mayer, on Tyrell Wallace. Beasts of the East, you hear Coach Drayton saying, push it. Big shot up. Kyrie Brown gets it to go. We got a 1-point game, Maestro.
1 point. Dang. Here we go. We also talked about winning being a mentality, and Oceania's going to have to find it right here, right now.
I would not have been happy about that, Coach, if I'm Coach that play shot. If I'm Coach Myers and he is out of his seat and upset. Beasts of the East with a chance here to take the lead. Jordan Belmont's gonna step out of bounds. Little out of control there.
Oh yeah, the play was right there too. He had a 2-man game, slide down with leverage against the side corner of the backboard. It was right there, and I think his eyes got a little bit too big and made his feet grow another inch, and that's why he hit that sideline.
Is that what happens when your eyes get big? Your feet grow? Back to the action.
Well,
Under a minute to go here. Tyrell Wallace working on Nazure Freaks. He has no fear, goes right at him. But Freaks says, I am a defender first, regardless of what I do offensively. BC East with another chance here. That's Kyrie Brown. Kyrie Brown gets it to go off the glass. BC East with their first lead of the game. We're not going to go anywhere. You know what we're going to do? It's a perfect time, Maestro. If you're enjoying this action and you're tuning into other things and BSing in other leagues. Yeah, I said BSing. It's Friday night on SimWorld TV. We can get a little dirty with it. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. Put the controller down. Come here where you can see the game, be the game. Invite others to be a part of the show. Right now, we are giving out 5,000 EM signing bonus for head coaches. We're giving out 5,000 EM signing bonus if you refer a head coach. We need coaches. Why aren't y'all referring coaches? Everybody wants to talk about what's going on. What's the game plan? What are they doing? What's the coach doing? Get your ass on the sideline then. We need more coaches. 5,000 EM signing bonus for super fans. Come in, we're bringing them in, and you want to know what an EM is, you will know much sooner than later. Before next season starts, you will be able to utilize those bad boys for some of your greatest wishes, and you can rack them up free now, Rack City. Come join SimWorld and be a part of the action. SimWorldSports.com or Discord GG/SimWorld Hoops is where all the action's happening right now. Action is happening here in Hawaii, Maestro, BC East. Wait until is it the 25th hour? Is that what they call it? To take the lead here. They just woke up. Welcome to Hawaii.
Wait until tomorrow.
Good Lord.
You know, we talked about winning being mentality. So now, here we go. Here's where I talked about Oceana needs to play like they're down by 3, right? So now, guess what? You are really down. So if you've had that mindset the entire game, this should just be another possession in which you're going to guarantee yourself a bucket and be smart about it.
Tyron Taylor here with the ball, almost stepped out of bounds. Shot clock not synced up, and there's a foul, almost an and one. Coach Drayton is livid on the sideline. You see him talking to the ref right there. He can't believe it here, but this is a money moment for this kid here, Tyrell Wallace. He's going to have to make it count in a major way. Tyrell Wallace
step in there,
shooting 60% from the free throw line on the season out of Shepparton, Australia. 6'9", 220. Let's see what he does on the first one. He gets the first one to go. It's tied up. Maestro, this is just game one of the layup invitational. I heard someone say it's getting hot in Hawaii early. It is. Honestly, it feels really good out here, but I get what you're saying. It's hot on this court.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you know something? I'll tell you something right now. Here's a case where both teams are beneath their season average, but Oceana's playing 20 points ahead of where they normally are just because this is a moment that's going to let us know what they have going on in the gray matter between the ears.
This is a good one. We see a timeout there from Coach Drayton. He's now down one. They've battled back all game. You got scores galore if you're this BOE team. Losi Thomas exploding in the quarter with 10 points in the quarter, 20 points right now. He's been tearing up whatever defender's been in front of him. Kyrie Brown with some big-time buckets. Not Samir Rollins. We see Malachi King get a couple things going here. So many options for this team. You got the shot clock on your side. They're almost synced up. You have time. You're going quick. You're finding the right bucket. You're going for 2. You're going for 3. What are you doing, Maestro?
All I need is 2. All I need is 2. Make sure it's a good 2. Make sure it counts as a 2, right? But what I really need to do, I'm just going to be ugly about this. Nobody's business but my own, right? I need to make sure that whatever shot I take is a good shot, a clean shot on possession as I move, no matter what happens.
We're going to see, Maestro. Coach Drayton, an early legend here in SimWorld Prep, moving on to SimWorld U, trying to make his claim to fame here, which he's already there. He's got a show. He's got a show on SimWorld TV. Good for him.
You know what I'm saying?
Layup Invitational, first game on the broadcast has been, as they call it, a dandy.
A dandy indeed. Now they need to make this inbound pass just impossible. This does not need to be a quick inbound. It was too easy. Too easy.
They're going to hold the ball here. Jordan Belmont with it at the top of the key. I'm assuming he's going to wait on a high screen and roll. He's had a tough night. 10 seconds.
Oh,
They might not want to wait too long on this screen. There it is. High
What
pick
we
and
got?
roll there.
What
That's
we
a
got?
good
Pick and
switch
roll,
there.
no.
He's going to pull up for deep. He's going to knock it down for three. What a shot, the Wolf on Ball Street. And he has something to say for the crowd. Maestro, is that what you drew up?
Oh no, it's not what I drew up. I don't mind giving credit where credit is due.
My
But I love it.
goodness.
You laid it on your two-man game, and you forced Oceana to do the one thing that they did not do. And what was that? You need to decide who you do not want to beat you, and that would have been a shot that would have been on my bingo card of not to give up. And guess what? They gave it up, and they paid the price.
Clutch play from the young man here, Jordan Belmont, getting the job done on a step back three. Got the switch that he wanted there. Jordan Belmont, Baltimore, Maryland, 17 years old. This young man is going to be headed to Texas Tech. Gatorade Player of the Year for Maryland, number 9 in all of SimWorld Prep in three-point percentage. Just under 50%, struggling all night long. 0 for 2 from deep, 3 of 9 from the field before that shot. You think he felt any nervousness there? Didn't look
No.
like it as he knocks it down.
No.
2-point game,
No.
but Maestro, there's a second left here. There is plenty of time for Oceana to pull this out, get a win, or at least tie it up. This game's not over.
They need to rotate extremely quick and also decide which three, not two, which three players they want to get that release on this particular shot. And it's going to have to be a solid pass with a good catch and release and a good position where they come off a double or triple screen, whoever it may be, but everybody needs to be ready to catch, turn, and shoot.
Keyshawn May going to inbound here. We're going to see where they go. They got Travion Abbas unable to get that there. I'm sure that's where they wanted to go. Shots up, and the shot's good. They gave him a full on the line. This is a tie game here. We're going to be looking at overtime, Maestro. It's just the start. Everyone stick with us. We're going to have to pay some bills. Oh.
See the game, be the game.
When the shades of evening fall and shadows drift across the land. Oh, how I wish that you would call. 'Cause being without you, I just can't stand. In the morning when I wake, I'm yours. And when you're gone away, I want you even more. I'm stuck on the thought of you. I'm sick like I caught the flu. I just wanna walk with you and tell you how I see these guys. I cry black tears whenever you're away from me. I'm trying not to lose my mind, 'cause inside you set me free. These guys, I cry black tears whenever you're away from me.
Maestro, we're back in Hawaii. You is your blood finally going? Are you excited?
Yeah,
Is this been
man,
pretty
let
good
me tell
for you?
you something. So for everybody who don't know why I call Coach Assad Drayton Coach Overtime, he went through a streak there where I think it was 3 games in a row that he called in the booth that went into multiple overtimes. So that's how he got the Coach Overtime name from me. And oh, by the way, he's living up to it tonight. He brought his boys back, but Oceana with that last second shot, which I'm surprised it did not get reviewed to see if it was a 3 or not. I
Oh,
guess
it
when he
looked,
gets
like it had to at least be in question, right?
Yeah, but I guess, we don't get the Cooper flag rule in this game. Anyway, I'm sorry, too soon? Okay, I'm back. But yeah, this game is everything that we thought it was going to be, hoped it would be, and I'm going to say more, because Oceana, talking about getting your money's worth in terms of mentality test, Oceana showed me something when they stepped up there with that last second shot. That was just ice cold money rubber right there, baby.
Abbas unable to get it to go here, 1-point lead. This has got to be dangerous, despite being in overtime here and hitting that just a Hail Mary shot there. Bisa East looking a little more confident here now. Took a while for them to wake up. It's almost as if someone brought the sniffing salt. Smacked them in the face with it, to be quite honest.
I played with a guy who would, before the start of the game and every halftime, would take 2 of those ammonia tabs, put them in his nose, and bang his head against the locker until they pop.
I didn't know that you played ball with the Road Warrior Animal. What do you mean?
Listen, the Road Warrior Animal is like a priest compared to this guy. Trust me.
Big time bucket there. Maestro, we got a battle going on. We came into this,
Yes,
we
we
thought
do.
it would be the Jordan Belmont show, thought it may be the Najur Freak show. What we definitely thought is that it would be, as we see Losi Thomas continue to go work, we definitely thought that Bisa East would be the heavy favorites here, but I tell you what, Losi Thomas and Travion Abbas going mano, Imano, one-on-one with the great one, as they say. Oh my goodness, what a putback that we just saw for Simwell Oceania. Let me get the name. Let me get the name on that one. Jordan Thorne, I believe that is. Is that right?
Yes, he
Wow.
did. He cleaned up his voice. Said, "I got you, boo."
That's a big time bucket. That is big time. Bisa East up 1, but they have something to contend with. This young man hit a big shot there as well, and then he just spit that one back. What a follow.
Yes, and then, you know what, Oceana showing something, because BC came back. They got those 2 points back, but they're playing for every bucket right now. Oh, defense down low.
You gotta appreciate the heart this team is playing with. No one told them they were the underdog. Here's Ahon Waterhouse, throws it down. 4-point lead here for everything we're saying about Samoa Oceania. Like I said, Beast of the East looking like they're getting comfortable in that driver's seat now.
Yep, whenever you're going against a team that has you on every aspect, on a winning streak, and played strong all season, you've not played strong, you have to drive a stake in their unvarnished heart in the middle of the sunlight, in the middle of the day, and watch the body decompose. Otherwise, they're always going to come back on you. That's what Beast of the East is doing, and they just had the biggest lead, got cut down, but low yells, 44 seconds to go.
Drive that stake through their heart. The problem is, this might just be from dusk till dawn. You don't want to be locked in this bar with Oceania tonight there, but there's a big time shot. 73-69. Jordan Thorne highlight buckets. Losi Thomas clutch highlight buckets. Jordan Wolf on Ball Street, Belmont with clutch buckets. Travion Abbas rolling. Maestro, all I got to say is, let's shout out the chat. Get your chats, get your shout outs into the chat. You got a few minutes to get those things in, and we'll get them out for you. We don't want to hear the same old crap. Shout out SW, shout out my team, shout out myself. Man, get creative. Y'all got kids, family, brothers, sisters, people that are not tuned into this, that you need to get tuned into SimWorld because they would enjoy it just like you. Shout them out. Shout them out. It's somebody's birthday. It's somebody you love. In the meantime, we're going to shout you out. Justin Zangalang, I will shout you out. I knew you probably would be the first one to say, shout out me. I already said not to do that.
I love me some me.
Not to do that, but shout out to Justin Zangalang in the building. Juan Vazali, Coach Simpson, B-Ron Sports in the building. Hey, he's got a mean channel. Y'all should check him out. He's got some side work that he does outside of SimWorld. You should check it out. We rep for everybody. You rep for us. We work for you. We're trying to give everyone a platform here. If you did not know it, that's what the business actually is. So support others.
Yeah, shout out how much you love Maestro. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. Who said that? Somebody said that.
Hey, I love you, Maestro. Keep your hands off my knee, though.
Too late.
BCE 73, SimWorld Oceania 69, 33 seconds here. As this game would show us, this game is not over.
No, it ain't over till it's over.
Kyron Taylor
bucket than this, though.
Tyrell Wallace. And there's another great big back from Keyshawn May. You got to get on the glass. 27 seconds left. You cannot give up offensive rebounds. It's time for the foul game.
Yep.
And you got to make them.
Get that foul.
I don't believe they're in the bonus. They may have one to go. We do the 1-and-1 here in SimWorld Prep to get these kids ready for college SimWorld Prep. SimWorld U. So they got another one to go here.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. It's the reality of that pass need to be a little bit harder to get in. You have nothing to lose at this particular point. You need to make sure that pass is just harder to get in than a pencil up a tick's butt. You need to make sure that there's no room anywhere. And that was just a little too easy, but you got the foul in quick. That's what you want to see happen.
Malachi King, an 83% free throw shooter. He's knocked down a few on the season. North Carolina native. He misses the first one. Again, this is a 1-and-1 rule here. Oceania going to have an opportunity to tie this thing up or take the lead, and they've got time on their side like John Candy in a Denzel Washington movie. Shout out, what a great movie. That's a great movie. Y'all get out and watch it. I forget the name of it. Might sure if you know it, put it in there. If y'all know it, put it in the chat. 1,000 EMs for that. Matter of fact, we got EMs on the way right now. We got 31 here on YouTube. We've got a few here on X. We've got 52 on TikTok. Shout out to you guys. Oh man, where are our Instagrammers at? Look at this. That is a total of 98. We're going to add a 0 to that thing. And Monte Parson, you win 980 EMs. Congratulations to you, sir. Monte. Be on the lookout. Monte Parson, Kendall Joyner, both going to have some content coming you guys' way. We're going to be dropping some gems tonight, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Maestro, I took the whole time out doing some poly work and doing some promo, but Oceania, where's the ball going quickly?
From Oceania, I need to either go to my man who made that shot at the end of regulation, or I need to make sure that bucket is wide open underneath the basket some kind of way, but I need this shot. I need to give it off quick and crash 5 jerseys to the backboard to clean up behind it right now.
They've been on the glass here, Maestro. That's a good call. They've got 2 big-time offensive rebounds here late in this game that's kept them in it.
but I don't need to hold the ball. I need to get that shot off. I need to give myself an opportunity to get a second shot if I need it. And if I make it, guess what I'm going to do? Play defense so hard. Never mind, I can't say what I want to say. It's in the middle of the day.
Tyrone Taylor here with the ball here. Looks like they're going to run a high screen and roll. Same action we saw to get us the overtime here. Ball down low to Tyrell Wallace. He's going to put it over the freak, and he knocks it down. Could we be seeing 2 overtimes over the outstretched arm of the young man who has 6 blocks on the day? He has no concern. Did you know that that's what you were going to see here tonight? Probably
Absolutely
not. Excuse me, today.
I know. I'm all in my feelings right now. That is okay. Accepting the pressure, right? We talk about what pressure is. Pressure is not knowing what's coming up and just you're not being in control. But that was that other mental pressure that's different. And guess what? Oceana's stepping in, and right now they have done the one thing I've asked them to do at the start of the game that feels like it was 7 weeks ago, and that was they have to show me something tonight, and they have. It's too bad somebody has to lose this game, but that's just what it comes down to. Oceana, if you're going to make this work, you need to finish the drill. You need to finish the drill right here, right now, Oceana. That means get this stop, get us into the next overtime, and get back into your game. Beast of the East is way too comfortable, and we know they got. And listen, who do you not want to beat you, Yales? Losi Thomas. You know he's got a quick release.
3 seconds.
He should feel my socks inside his shoes right now if I'm defending him.
That is an interesting statement. 3 seconds is time to be able to catch and shoot if your name is D Fish. He set the standard. We're here to follow. We're going to watch the end of this one here.
I'm already sweated through my shirt. Yes, my goodness.
I was wondering what was happening over there.
Yeah, no deodorant, so.
0.3 seconds. They're looking for the inbounder. Is he going to be able to get that shot off? He gets it up.
Oh.
It does not go. Does not matter if the clock was in hand. We got double overtime here in Hawaii. Hey, it's Friday night. Feeling all right. Yeah, we got double time action.
It is Friday.
Hang out with us.
It's Friday in Hawaii.
Some things are so nice you like to have them twice. Overtime's one of those things. 2 of them here. We've got another 4 minutes of action to go on. I heard someone in the stands say, they will not die. And they will not. Well, Oceana is not going down. They are in a zone right now as it looks like they're trying to cut this Bisa East offense, who is now rolling, as we see 28 points now for Losi Thomas.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you agree with that one, Maestro.
Yeah, if you're gonna go to that zone, yes, you got to make sure you got to be show that they're not gonna be able to knock down those outside shots. And we both know anybody with a post.
Maestro,
it's gonna be a national day of mourning after that.
We have a lot of kids that have absolutely. They've been putting their audition tape in today. Tyrell Wallace, Travion Abbas, Jordan Thorne with some huge shots. On the other side, Losi Thomas, of course, doing his damn thing. 25 points. I said 28 earlier. Jordan Belmont showing his clutch at just a young age. Major Creeks, 8 points, 10 boards, 7 blocks, getting it done. I mean, what a start to this tournament. We still have 2 more games tonight, or excuse me, today. We still have 2 more days of action including the championship game, Maestro.
Love it.
I don't know if I'm going to have a voice here. Losi Thomas knocks it down again. When you're rolling in the deep like Adele, you can't be stopped.
Ooh, get that Adele in there. Ooh.
Travion Abbas from deep says, whatever you can do, I can do too. He knocks it down. 1 point game, Maestro. This game might not ever end.
I'm telling you. Good thing I bought extra socks.
I don't wear socks. I don't know what you're talking about. Losi Thomas, Maestro, Losi Thomas, they're going to need to bring a double team over. They might want to clip him at the knees. Does the word Tanya Harding ring a bell? They're going to need to do something quickly.
Why? I'm sorry, too soon. Why? Too soon. Yeah, you know, what did I say? Who do you not want to beat you? Oceana need to make that decision, and my money would have been Losi Thomas. I'd have made sure that he'd have so many defenders on him, he'd think he was adopted.
Makes no sense at all giving him up shots, but he's also just taking what he wants. It's supposed to be clean eating down here in Hawaii, but he is cooking, and he's cooking with grease. Beautiful pass down low to Tyrell Wallace. He's waking up here. Najur Freaks, unable to contain his athleticism. He's learning about him a little bit here. 82-80, we're under 2 minutes. What a matchup.
And the way he finished was big because it got the emotions back into the game.
Misses that shot there. It's been a while since Bisa East has missed. Jordan Thorne with the ball now. He's going to kick it down low to Keyshawn May. Little bit of a mismatch, but he's going to start over. As you see, Coach Olson Myers wants to see
there. He had that. He had that mismatch. I'm sorry, I apologize. He had that mismatch and he backed out of it. I don't know what he saw, what he felt, but I'm sure they'll take that tie.
Look at that, Kyron Taylor, the smaller player there, just using his body to get leverage towards the rim. I talk about that all the time, Maestro. He got that shot up over the larger defender. Jordan Belmont with the step back. Can't get it to go. No rebounders there. Oceana looking to take another lead here. Kyron Taylor working on, he's going ISO. Ball movement has failed a little bit here for Oceana, but now they're going to restart there. Tyrell Wallace, tough shot, can't get it to go.
Oh, yeah, no one went for the rebound. That is not the way they normally been playing this all night. That's going to count as a bad possession in my book.
Aaron Waterhouse is going to get that one to go. The big 7-footer saw his mismatch and said, I am not passing this one out. I'm going to throw this one down the middle. 16-year-old out of Lebanon. Nope, not that Lebanon, Pennsylvania. But I have heard sometimes it seems like the other Lebanon.
You want real Lebanon, go to Lebanon, Mississippi. I'll tell you that right now.
My God, never. I'll never go there, Maestro. You won't get me going there. No, thank you. We've had some great action here today. Bisa East Simwell Oceania getting us started right. We've seen Queen City taking down Rocky Mountain Monsters. Heartland Zombie Stars here holding on to play against Latin America coming up here soon. Lakeshore Drive Bay Area Breakers is the next matchup on broadcast. Following that, Bisa East and Rain and Trades are going to be back on the court, but that one will not be broadcast. We will see the Scorchers in SimWorld Latin America for their second matchup of the night. Maestro, a lot of action.
So much action, so much fun. Oh my goodness, only way to go. Now, Oceana needs to make this count, Yales. Oceana needs to make this count. No time to mess around.
Travion Abbas here. We see the double team come over. There's Jordan Thorne left wide open. He takes it. He's not able to get it to go. 2 points. We're going to go back to the foul game. This time, they're going to have another one to give, and they'll Bisa East, if they get into this foul game here, they're going to be back in the 1-and-1 bonus situation. They're going to have to hit that first one. This is what opened the door for a second overtime the last time.
Oceana's one bad defensive possession tied up the game in regulation. These 2 bad offensive possessions gave them away the lead. Now they're having to play the foul game at this particular point with 27.8 seconds left to go in the game. Those are those little things. Those are those little things that separate the teams that hold up the trophies at the end of tournaments versus the team that are just sitting on the bench wishing I was getting a shirt tonight.
Malachi King No concerns at the line. Ice water in the veins. 4-point lead. This one may be out of range at this point. But as we've said, it's never over until KD is at the door.
Yeah, you know what? And she's hanging over there now. She's kind of tickling those keys. You know what I'm saying?
She is. You're absolutely right. Like we said, more action coming up after this. Lakeshore Drive, Bay Area Breakers coming up. You get to take a look at Jay Midoriya. You get to take a look at Mr. Duckworth on Lakeshore Drive. Good action coming up after that one. Says Simworld, you up there. Looks like there's a few areas there. There's some more prep coming up, baby. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Come on. Yeah, you know. That's okay. We love us so much, too.
My sure it's been a pleasure calling this game with you. Not that it's
Same,
over.
all season. All season's been wonderful. Just feel like home and just think of how much wonderful basketball we got coming up here, man.
Hey, I never knew I could call a game. We'll let some of that transparency out there. Not my thing. My forte is a few other things in my show. You made it more than comfortable for me to call a game out here, and these kids, the Simworld prep action is just so exciting. I wanted to be a part of it.
It is 100%. I'm gonna just get this out of the way right now. You're the only one who didn't think you could call games. I'm just gonna leave it right there. You're the only one who thought that. The rest of us knew the deal.
Well, much obliged. Simworld Oceania, hoping that they can get a big-time shot here. They have time to burn, but they also probably want to get a quick one here. Travion Abbott's coming off that down screen. He's going to give it up. Looks like he wants some movement there. They missed him a little earlier. He had an opening there, but look at the crossover. He's going to get that shot up. He's going to get it to go.
Yes, he did.
I don't know what else we expected to have happen there, and there's a hand. Almost gets a hand on that one.
That was beautiful. That's the way you want to coach that. Go for the steal. If you're gonna foul, you're gonna foul, but at least go for the steal to give yourself an opportunity to take the ball away. That's an extra star in my book right there. Now make it count on this one. Same thing goes. Make this pass harder than anything else.
A foul again here. Malachi King, who's knocked down the last few buckets at the line for this team. Malachi King, 10 points, 8 assists. When we said the ball wasn't moving, this young man decided to get that ball to moving.
Yes, he did.
Clutch free throws down the stretch here. He is doing his thing, this young man. A lot to prove. Number 88 on the planet, excuse me. Going to be headed to Dayton
move
next
quick.
season.
They have no timeouts.
He's going to pull up from deep, Kyron Taylor. That's probably going to do it here. Yes, it is. They are going to foul here. Coach Drayton just wants this one to be over with. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He wants to get out of here as quickly. He probably wants to hop on a flight and just go ahead and leave Hawaii. This might have been the most stressful trip to Hawaii anyone's ever made.
Well, you know, Oceania, they definitely showed me something here today. I hate they have to come we were lost, but we talked about this. Winning is a mentality too, Yales. You have to learn how to accept the glory of victory. And sometimes you have to earn it harder than you think you do. But I got to give you this. Oceania did leave a lot on the floor here today.
Absolutely.
Just a matter of a few possessions against a team that just had them outnumbered and outmanned in every single way. A few possessions made the difference. And that's why we always preach what? Every possession counts.
Those turnovers, looking back at those turnovers early, 8 turnovers on the night. Or 7 for Simworld Oceania. They put up a valiant effort, but BC East is going to take this first game here. We've got one of the books. Stay tuned with us here. We got more action coming up here in Hawaii. Keep it locked. Don't you leave this stream. Don't you do it. Don't do it. We'll be back.
am the truth. It take a giant to fit on my shoes. Switch out the suit. S in my chest when I step out the booth. Flip on the news. Hot off the press, homie, I'm that dude. King of the zoo. Striking the tech, elephant in the room. Got designer on my body. Selfies in the private jet. Hop out of the new Bugatti. This is how you move like a boss. When you gotta go and show it off. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey, boss. This is how you move like a boss. Like a boss. Money in the bank, like I own the bank. And it's a funny thing, cause money ain't a thing. 24 karat rings, got me give a thank. But I still got the range. This is how you move like a boss. When you gotta go and show it off. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop, round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey, this is how you move like a boss. I got the swag for real. Head to toe dripping in my bag for real. Looking like a happy meal. I'm a snack for real. This is how you move like a boss. When you gotta go and show it off. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. Go ahead, hit them with the sauce. So get up and take a little pause. Shine like a star. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey, boss. This is how you move like a boss.
And it's time to see the game be the game.
Maestro, I don't know how much energy I have for the rest of these. It's been crazy already, just coming off a double overtime game here. Looks like we have a couple other finishing up, or just finished up, Maestro, before we get into this one, if you want to fill the fans in who are tuned in on the outcome of that one.
Absolutely. Heartland Zombie Stars, a team from, what's that city again? I can't remember. Somebody remind me. Heartland Zombie. I'm making fun of my boy here. Heartland Zombie Stars came up with a 73-69 win over Latin America. They were led by Caden Cook with 14 points. Justin Zang.
Zangalang!
Zangalang was a block short of a daddy. He was all over the place here tonight. Love it, love it, love it. And, of course, Nick Brewer just doing his business, being right there for his boys, what he had to do. And on the other side, Latin America, I tell you what, they fought strong, they fought hard, but they just got outplayed in that fourth quarter. Marino Martino led the way with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks.
Lakeshore Drive here. Bay Areas who we're looking at. Lakeshore Drive with a couple of top 100 ranked players and witness work out of Rockville, Maryland. 6'9", 16-year-old. And then Jermaine Duckworth. Anytime you hear the name Duckworth, I just think back to old boy from the Blazers. Number 54 player in the world from Waldorf, Maryland. Also 16 years old with a plethora of low post work. His bag is deep on the other side. Bay Area Breakers led by the SimWorld Head Coaches Association Chairman, Coach Dre Pope. They have a couple of big names on their team. Jay Midoriya, just 16 years old, as well as Jick Lee out of Denver, Colorado, another 16-year-old. Should be a good matchup here, probably a clash of styles, to say the least.
Styles makes fights. Style makes fights. You know the deal. And just, I say, of all the things we get a chance to do here today, the one thing I love about being in Hawaii Yells, a lot of people don't know this, so this can be a pro tip for you. The Girl Scouts sells cookies year-round in Hawaii. So I just loaded up on about 40 boxes, so I'm gonna hook you up. I got you covered. I already mailed some home. But I'm going to hook you up with some later. Got me some truffalas and my do-si-dos going on. So, just saying.
Hey, don't you tell me that means you haven't hopped on my daughter's site. She's selling Girl Scout cookies as well. Shout out to my Charlie doll. I'll send the link to everybody. Make sure y'all get some cookies for her. Yeah, even if you don't like them, I will be honest. The Thin Mints are the only ones I can touch right now.
I'm sorry. It's not like you said if you don't like Girl Scout cookies. Did you actually say that on purpose?
There's weird people that don't like them.
You know what? I got fresh shovels, so we can fix that.
Jick Lee working down low on the post. He's really came on late this season. Number 18 player on the planet and all the SimWorld prep from the composite Hot 100. This kid, 6'11", 210, maybe a little bigger than that now. He's been in the gym. This kid, Denver, Colorado, 12 points a game, 5 rebounds. But the efficiency, the footwork, the skill, and the motor is what the scouts have been looking at with this kid.
When you find a motor and a wear motor, I'm gonna say it that way, and a wear motor, because a lot of kids at this age, I'm saying kids on purpose, they feel like if they're really busy, they're active, they're doing something, and that's not the case. And that's one thing you have to learn how to rein in that talent, that ability, right?
You got to do it with purpose.
Exactly. And if you find an aware motor, that's someone who's active with the purpose, within the principles, playing the game, that IQ side again, what? If you understand the why more than the what, then you're showing us something. When you find that is a mega star beside your name when it comes to when scouts look at and talk about you.
Getting on the glass there is Millie G out of Aurora, Colorado. A lot of Colorado connections on here. And again, a lot of 16-year-olds. This Lakeshore Drive team with just one 17-year-old on the squad, and that's your team captain, Sebastian Young. He's committed to Villanova. Aside from him, and he comes off the bench for this team. A lot of youth on both of these teams there. Millie G, 10 points a game.
Yes, I hate to, I wasn't going to say it, but I'm just going to say it. It's one of the, I get asked this question a lot, especially by a lot of young players that are looking at getting ready to move up to Summer U. They ask me what do they need to do, what they need to work on. They ask me to look at their game and stuff like that, and I love doing it. But I tell you what I love, what I really love, and one of the things that you guys always give me grief about, and I'll take it, great ass. One of the things you guys always give me grief about, and one of the things I love is at this level. The reason that I love watching these kids at this level so much is seeing that develop and seeing those light bulbs go off on the highest level of prep ball in the world. And when you see that happen, it's just there. Oh my goodness!
Time out. Wait a minute. I know how you love that. That was a charge. You get on the floor playing that kind of defense. You all right?
Shake it, shake it, like it. Like slow it down one time. Chicken. Okay, I'm back.
You were saying why you love prep ball. That's a second one. He draws it back, and they get a little chuckle out of one another there as witness work.
Get it.
He points and gives them a little laugh.
Stick it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm blacked out. What happened?
My goodness, Maestro's turned into James Brown over here. Stick it, baby, move it. What's going on? Jermaine Duckworth with the post work there. Jick Lee with the good contest and grabs the rebound. They're coming back on the break. Trey Bird is going to finish that one off.
Love that. Open floor, go right to the rim. But seriously, speaking at this level, when you get a chance to see the light bulbs go off at the highest level of prep in the world is glorious because, and I'm just going to be selfish about this. Yes, I love seeing good ball at the U. Yes, I love seeing good ball at the next level, but seeing not just good ball here, but good mental strength in these young players. To me, that's the sunshine right there, and that's why I love it so much. So that's why I'm rooting for everybody. Y'all can dump on me if you want to, but I'm going to root for everybody in prep because y'all my fam. I got to keep y'all right.
That's where it all starts, the fundamentals. There's a word called fun in there. There's also a word called mental.
That's right. Can't spell pie without ice cream. Just remember that.
Maestro, you got to stop saying that. It confuses me every time I start trying to make it happen. Yeah, the P, throw an I. There is an I. I think of the I in the end. I'm like, maybe he's on to something. Wait, there's no P in there. There's no P in there. Depending on where you order it, maybe there is a P in there. Billy G throwing it down there off the quick screen and slash to the bucket. No one came over to help. This Bay Area team, they have a couple of really nice defenders. Their perimeter defense does struggle at times. Interior-wise, Jick Lee, really good defensively. Andre Pope Jr., I think he's the son of Coach Pope, really good as well. But their perimeter defense has struggled at times this season.
And that's at this level, that's a learned skill, right? How do you recognize? How
you said effort's a learned skill?
Well, not effort. That perimeter defense.
You don't think perimeter defense is an effort thing?
It's in part of effort, but it has to be an aware effort. In other words, if I'm guarding you on the perimeter, yes, and I know you have that quick first step, how do I leverage myself so when you start to make that step, I start to move to be an impediment for your movement versus if I know you can't outstep me, how do I reset myself because you like a pass or a back cut? I have to know those things to be effective on the perimeter defense. Otherwise, I'm just standing there like a mannequin in the mall. So that's what I mean when I say that learned skill. Yes, you can put effort in it, but you have to know who you're guarding, who's on the team, who might be cutting, when they might be cutting. How does another coach like to leverage the back cuts versus the high post moves, things like that? And that's how you play perimeter defense, by knowing before it happens. It's like in chess, what they may or may not do and be ready for it.
Billy G with the step back there is unable to get it to go. Witness work on the glass. He's going to grab the board, then come out and set the screen. Tough shot over outstretched hand. My goodness.
Tough.
Brock Evans, known as a defender, able to get that one to go. Very tough. I was out just the other day. Shout out to Hillstone, the restaurant there. And talking a little business. And partner at the table, this young lady ordered her steak. Oh, speaking of tough, She ordered it well done. I almost left her at the table. Maestro, who eats a well done steak? Why even order it? Why waste the money?
I'll tell you something here. I get a little something because I understand. Depending on
well done. Oh, Maestro, you're gonna break my heart. There's a big time bucket. You about to say that well done is on the table?
It depends on where I am because I'm gonna ask you a question.
You gonna have to ask it after we come back. We got 10 seconds left in this half. I'm just flabbergasted. This is an option. Big block there from Jake Lee. We got a quarter in the books, Maestro. We can hear about this tough steak that you like when we come back. We got a tough matchup rolling here. Keep it locked with us.
Hey Simworld, Coach Barry of the Arizona Scorchers. Simworld has been an amazing opportunity for me as a coach, being able to build and mold my team to my liking and my vision, as well as growing and bonding with the players who come and play here in Arizona. Simworld also allows me the opportunity to take ownership of something and see a product grow from the downside to the upside. Remember, Simworld Sports, the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
First quarter's in the books. Good matchup here, but here's what everyone wants to know. Maestro, tell us about your affinity for tough, well-done steak.
Well, I won't stay in affinity. I just have to know where I am. For instance, when I'm out here on the islands, you notice you see more pigs than you see cows. You understand what I'm trying to tell you here? So, depending on where that meat is coming from, depending on how much fire I gotta put on it. That's all I'm gonna say. Say it like that.
I got you. Well, I'm not gonna order a steak if that's how it has to be. Because number one, what utensils are you gonna bring me where I can even cut this thing? What do you cut a well done steak with? They bring a chainsaw? What happens? I don't know.
Oh, so you mean it's not cool when I bring out my switchblade? That's not cool? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit, that's actually dastardly. I might have to do something ignorant like that at a restaurant. Pull out a switchblade. Shot no good there from Jay Midoriya from deep. Lakeshore Drive here, playing their game. Either one of these teams have an advantage. We haven't even really gotten in all there, Maestro. Tell us about what either one of these teams are going to need to do to pick up the victory as we see a beautiful pass and finish from Andre Pope Jr. there on the alley and the oop.
I tell you, so, okay, the strength of both of these teams, just going to get this out of the way. Both.
Woo! Sorry.
They're not going to let us get a word out. Yeah, that's just what it is. Because they're both playing to their strengths. Both teams are really, really, strong in the post in terms of turning those rebounds into points. Bay Area Breakers have a slight lead in that particular area of the game. However, ironically enough, it's Lakeshore Drive that has a stronger full-out transition game, which means they can turn long rebounds and mid rebounds into breakaway buckets. So both teams play this sort of, as you said earlier, style makes fights, right? So both play an inside-outside game, and they can live in different types of transition, which means what's going to happen? Who's going to make the fewer mistakes when they have their throttles wide open as they're moving up the floor?
24-20 here. Lakeshore Drive. Sebastian Young going to put up the shot there. That's the team captain. Can't get it to go. Lakeshore Drive on the glass, but unable to convert. Shot's going to go up there from Kenzo Webb Storm. He's going to knock it down.
And, you know, to put it to another point, both of these teams have played, if I say below par for the season, do you kind of agree with that a little bit?
Below par?
Because of just their performances haven't necessarily turned into the type of seasons we thought that they would have, right? You know, Barrier Breakers rocking a 3-5 record, whereas Lakeshore Drive is rocking a 3-6 record. And that's not something you expect from these particular teams. When they play strong. It seems as though what seems to happen with them as the tournaments would move forward or move on this particular season, we start to see the mental breakdowns. And that's what I meant when I said earlier, who is not going to make the mistake in that key moment? Because I have a feeling for these two teams, as athletic as they are, it's going to be about who does not make the most number of mistakes. I know that's kind of like, people make mistakes, they win. But let's face it, we've seen a lot of games this season, Yales, where teams have lost a turnover battle but still managed to win the game, right? They made mistakes, but they still managed to win the game. That hasn't happened for these two teams. So for me, it's going to be about who makes the least number of mistakes toward the end of the game, who's going to come out on top.
Well, you brought up a really good point there. Something I want to touch on. We haven't talked a lot about this. A lot of people looking at power rankings, looking at records and all that. But let's talk dance score. What is, I believe it's 24 teams get into the last dance? Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
That means there's 6 on the outside. You can still get into the last dance and make some noise here. And this is a really great tournament to make up some ground. We see a great follow, unable to grab a hold of it. But right now, Lakeshore Drive, if last dance were to start today, Lakeshore Drive would be in. They'd be in the bottom tier, but they would be in. Barrier Breakers would be in as well. But if both of these teams could pick up a number of wins here in this tournament, they could pick up some points. There's a potential to pick up as many as 6 points, I believe. 6, let me make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6 dance score points in this tournament. Currently, we have who's leading the way, Philadelphia Elite with 14, followed by Coach Dominguez, his Best Coast Ballers with 13, looking to be the number 1 and 2 seed in the last dance.
And it's gonna be, it's gonna be a reality tough, right? And why do I say that? Because let's just take a look at it. If I'm on the other side, if I'm on the other bench, I'm looking at either one of these two teams, I know I can pick my poison because of the way they played this year. I know I can decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to hamper them in transition. Or I'm going to allow them to have the transition game, and I'm going to hold them in the half-court game. But I can pick that with these two teams this season, where in years past, that was indeed not the case.
Jermaine Duckworth working down low. He's going to get it to go. That's what he does all day long, is get buckets in the post. 28-24, they've been unable to break the seal in this game, but they are playing well.
Ooh. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That was a
Coach Pope not even looking too pleased about that. That guy's
not at all.
Pretty even keel there.
Well, you know what? It's hard when you give a semi. I don't know what hurts more. Actually, I think I do. When you give up semi-transition points, in other words, the offense spreads on you, and there's a cut to the basket. That's a semi-transition play and movement. And if there's no one there, if there's no help side, if nobody goes over, if you miss that part of perimeter defense again, and it looks like it's basically a breakaway layup or a breakaway dunk, that can anger a coach like nobody's business. Because why? There's no excuse for anybody to be by themselves underneath the basket when you have everyone back in defense.
Good defense there from Daquan Carter. Houston, stand up. Passes inside to, you know what? If you ever play with one of those guys, Maestro, I know I have. You play with one of those guys that you can get an assist if you get the ball to him. He's running that jig lead, gets down the court, and he finishes. Soft hands. Very soft hands around the rim. He's going to make the catch, and he's going to finish the bucket.
You talking about how I lived my sophomore and junior year in high school. Malcolm Jackson, he wasn't good for nothing, but he could finish anywhere from the floor. He wasn't good for
Nobody
anything else.
named Malcolm is going to be good for much. I'm telling you, Malcolms are no good. All of them. All. 100%. We got any Malcolms tuned in right now? I'm sorry. You might be fun, but you're no good. Jiggly throwing it down there. I believe that's around 12 for him. I have to find my stat sheet here.
Yes, indeed it is. Me and Malcolm fought at least 3 times a year from 5th grade to our junior year in high school.
Physical fist fight?
Actual fist fight where we got pulled out of class, pulled out of gym, and we always sat by each other on the bus.
Y'all wanted the smoke. Y'all were hoping.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did.
Coach Simpson, I see you in the chat because we're getting ready to come to chat's way. Malcolm Brogdon, he's no good either. Anyone named All? Do you understand what all means? No Malcolm on the planet is any good. They can be fun. They could be rich. They could be super competitive. They can be good at sports. But what they can't be is a good person. I'm sorry.
And Malcolm was my boo. But I tell you what, though. I'm going to say this right now. As much as I went at it, there was nobody that I looked for faster in a break situation or a transition situation. But big old number 32, he was built like Fat Albert, but he moved like Allen Iverson.
That's the craziest statement I've ever heard in my life. There's no way that's not an overstatement. There's no way. Real quick, we got people still tuned in with us on a Friday night stateside, Friday during the day here in Oahu, Hawaii. This beautiful complex they have set up for us in Oahu. Oahu. Excuse me. Goodness. Sports Paradise. What a complex they've set up beachside for us here along the mountains as well. But for everyone tuned in here, we appreciate you all being tuned in with us on a Friday. Nevertheless, we got people tuned in on Instagram. We got people tuned in on YouTube. We got people locked in on X. Not on X, but they're viewing on the platform X. And we've got plenty of people tuned in on TikTok. Apparently nobody's looking for games or jobs on a Friday on LinkedIn tonight. We don't have anybody locked in right there.
They don't need jobs, boo. They got us.
Hey, we got all the work you need right now. Right now, we have 122 live across all platforms. You know what that means. We're going to add a 0 to that thing. That is 1,220. B-Ron, it would have been you, but instead it's Coach Wood. You got to be locked in and viewing live to win these EMs. Congratulations, Coach Wood. 1,220 EMs. Do something nice for your people.
I'm telling you, going to buy some cookies from your boy Maestro. I'm saying.
Hey, 1,220 here in Hawaii buys a different kind of cookie. If you know what I mean. Hey-o. All right, so Lakeshore Drive brings it back to 10. This game close to getting out of hand.
Making it tough. Bear is making it tough. They are scoring. I won't say at will, but they're not being pushed the way you thought they would be. And quite frankly, Lakeshore Drive has looked out of balance to me. Yes. It looks like they have not necessarily they had their footing at the start of the game, and all of a sudden it was as if they forgot what was going on.
Can't get that one to go. Good defense from Trey Bird on the inside. Beautiful touch pass there. There's some good passing going on from the Bay Area Breakers. Trey Bird gets that one to go. That was 4 passes in 2 seconds, Maestro.
Love it. Love it.
First half in the books. What you got,
really
Mike
tough
Short?
really tough first half. It hate to say it, and I'm sure some of it is like a prescient theory, right? Well, we just got through witnessing a really good game by two teams, one team that was struggling, one team that was not, but it turned out to be a really good game. And right now what we're watching is sort of an advanced version of a pickup game. And by that I mean this. You talk about that good passing, but that good passing has not always turned into buckets. Also what has happened is both teams have been really inconsistent in the transition game, and we know that they like to live in that transition game with their athleticism, right? So these teams need to find a way to settle down, get their tennis shoes underneath their feet, be where they are, and start turning these breakaway buckets into points. Otherwise, we're just going to see a low-scoring game with a lot of activity but very little action.
26-38, 67%. Jik Lee, 20 points, getting the job done. We've seen some hot scoring in these first two contests. We got more action.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Sento pozza di bruciato.
Non sono io l'infiltrato. Mi mancate di rispetto. Le vostre madri si vergognerebbero di voi.
Parla proprio come noi!
We're back in Hawaii. We got second half action, and in the words of my man Sweetness from one of the great classics, Roll Bounce. Let's do this, Johnny. Yeah. Great action coming up here. LSD, not so much though. They're getting a little bit of a spanking here. They're getting a heavy dose of a young man by the name of Jik Lee. They may have not known how to say it or spell it. It's just it's just 7 letters. Just 2 syllables. You see the double team come there. He's going to make the perfect pass to Andre Pope. Let's talk about Jik Lee here for a minute, Maestro. Jik Lee is, get my notes here together. Again, another Coloradoan. I don't know if they're Coloradoan, Coloradoer. Somebody from Colorado. He's 16. No, Arkansas is looking at him. New Mexico's looking at him. Colorado, even Duke. There's a lot of schools who have interest in him. No soft commit for him yet. He's just 16. Not reclassifying. Hasn't been deemed active enough to reclassify, because that is part of it. You can reclassify if your engagement level and your skill level is at a certain point. Hint, hint. But what could actually happen? What could be the ceiling for this kid? What do you like about his game? Just tell us all about it.
First of all, he does the one thing with great hands on that steal there, way to bring it back up the court, and y'all almost quite finished. Tough mid-range shot, didn't quite go. One thing I like about Lee's game, I'll just say this, I love a big man that knows how to pass. And by that I mean his hands are just at that right point that matches his eye, where he always leads his players where they need to be. And I'm just surprised, particularly the way he passes his player open. He doesn't have more assists than he has right now, just because his hands and his pass ability is so strong. And for me, with him, everything leans off of that. I mean, let's already talk about it. He's 11 for 12 from the floor, which means it's more than just being a big guy in the post, Yales. It's being a guy who understands how to use his leverage to turn into buckets, and we know he can score from anywhere on the floor, right? But the other thing I like about his game, in terms of his overall athleticism, his ability to defend in transition. You notice he uses his length to his advantage. His hands are always out, and before the end of the night, he's going to be a dirty because he's going to turn up with at least 1 or 2 steals at key moments, because his hands are so quick, going back to his ability to handle the ball when he passes.
14 points a game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a block and a half. The young man only plays about 20 minutes a game, Maestro.
So efficient.
You translate that to SimWorld U minutes. Depending on where he goes, he may play a heavy load of minutes, maybe even in his freshman season. He could really make a name for himself. But he's got scouts already taking a look. Trey Bird from the corner extends this lead as it's getting ugly. We got a good one in the first one. Doesn't mean that that the next one, this second game here, was going to be the same. A little bit of a beatdown in hand.
And I'm not saying that Lakeshore Drive cannot find their footing, because we know that they can score in spurts. We've seen that all season, right? Even in their losses, they've managed at least some particular point to turn on the Jets and be able to get points in. However, the one thing that these two teams have in common, we talk about how styles make fights and how they're different in so many ways, but that is one common element, that's one shared concentric circle of both of these teams, is they can give you buckets in bunches. And if Lakeshore Drive, if they get that moment, this will all of a sudden become a 2-point, 3-point game.
We saw some good battle back just a game before, but we're looking at 19 points now, I'm not sure.
Hey, you know the deal now. We've said that before, and what we doing? You and me yelling, banging on the table, losing our voices.
Well, here's a question I got you. You're coaching. You got these kids, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old, a lot of immaturity out there, still learning them games, still learning themselves, still learning the game. How do you keep them motivated and keep their foot on the gas so that they do not see a comeback, lose motivation, and just see this other team go on a run?
Well, I hate to say it, I'll start with one thing. Every set of eyes I see look up at the scoreboard is going to be an extra set of suicides we're going to run after the game. I need them focused in every moment here, not looking up, not looking ahead, but being in the moment right here on the floor. And I need them playing the game. Even if you're on the bench, Yales, I need you playing the game. In other words, see where your position is, know where you're going to go, know where your leverage is and the principles that I set up for you. I need to see you activate that because I'll even pop, especially for losing. Heck, I might even pop quiz you. And how I'm going to pop quiz you is making a whole change of my lineup. Putting the number 2s out there and letting them go, not calling a timeout, making my point guard call his own plays. Just get them mentally into the game. Make them have that commitment and that buy-in. Great strong move in the post there, but make them have that commitment and that buy-in to every moment so they can see the value. Because guess what? We can go back and we'll look at the video. I'll isolate those moments, those 2 minutes I gave them, and have them charted and break it down and start getting to think about the whys more than the whats. That's how you want to develop. Sometimes you need to sort of fuel that maturity growth with a little extra fire sometimes. Not necessarily harsh, but nothing's going to be more harsh than what happens on the floor when you're playing against a team that is stronger than you, or even not strong, you're just playing better than you that day. Because guess what? Nothing you can say can change that story.
Tell you what, something went up in the media feed, national media today. Say what? Big fan of that segment. You guys should get in there and pose the question. EM challenge in there. Go take a look at that video. I'll recite it to you. And it says, winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners. It asks for your interpretation of what that means. I think that has a lot to do with what we were just talking about with Maestro gave his segment on. And get in there. A chance to win 2,500 EMs if you can give the best interpretation of what that means. Maestro, what are we eating today, man?
Woo, man, listen.
Matter of fact, that might be a challenge. Listen, if you don't have anything readily handy to say where, at least what?
You know what? No, I got a where for you.
Okay, let's see.
I got a where for you. There is, in the afternoon, on the weekends, right here, south side of the beach, they pull out, they have an informal truck luau. So you have all these awesome food trucks, but it's not like U.S. food trucks. Don't get it twisted. It is the real deal. They are like cooking whole pigs and the whole nine. So it's a luau, but it's built around food trucks. It's the best Friday night hang you can imagine. And no matter how much you eat, if you walk away spending more than $20, you manage a miracle, because they make it super affordable for everybody who works the beach areas and the resort areas to have their own afternoon hang. So that's where we're hanging this afternoon, brother.
Gotcha. I'm with it. Layup invitational. Shot goes up there. Able to knock it down. That is not shift worthy. Again, a Coloradian. Coloradoer. Coloradonian.
Coloradonian. I like that one. I like that one. Coloradonian.
I had to take my son to the barber shop. Maybe I should be quiet for people to start thinking I'm uppity or something. But normally my barber comes to me, and but we had some situation going. I had to take him to the shop, and there were some people in there, and there was quite a conversation going on. Apparently, somebody was not from Houston, and he had a lot to say about people from Houston, and we didn't know what he was saying at first because he kept talking about Houstorians. What? Did you say Houstorian? We're going back in time. We're studying history. Houstorians, whatever y'all call yourselves. Oh, you Houstonian. Oh, I got you. Oh, I like it though. I may hold on to it. That may be a new thing.
Well, just got a little private message. A person from Colorado is called a Coloradan.
I'm not buying. That sounds crazy. I'm gonna call him a Coloradonian. That's what I'm rolling with.
Well, now apparently some people use that, but apparently that's what people who are not from there will call them. So I guess it's okay if we say a Coloradonian. A Coloradonan.
Guess what? You know why no one knows what to call them? Because no one talks about anybody from Colorado.
Colorado anyway.
Ever! We'll be right back with more Layup Invitational right after this.
Hello guys, it's me, Coach Brooke Simpson of Lone Star Basketball Club. I always wanted to be a head coach, and SimWorld Sports is a great community that allows anyone to be a head coach. It's the only place where you can live coach games, you get to recruit players, and SimWorld Sports also has a very friendly community that will help you along the way. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
We're back in Hawaii, not in Colorado. Not in Colorado. 36-53 Bay Area Breakers on an absolute roll here, led by their star player, Jick Lee. Trey Bird contributing with 7 points. He's knocked down he's knocked down a three. He's knocked down a couple threes here. I gotta get my notes up to date here.
Yeah, I got him at 10 points right now. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Yep.
Andre Pope showing what he's capable of doing. On the other side, Lakeshore Drive, there's some bright spots. Millie G, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a block. Close to a dirty. I think he can get some more touches there, but they really just run more of a paced offense. They don't get up and down the court for him to be able to get that number of touches. Good finish there from Amari Blunt. Not shift-worthy. Close to a dirty as well. But you know who's missing for this team? Jermaine Duckworth. I think they were going to need to see more from him if they want to pick up a victory.
Thank you. You totally took the words right out of my throat because I was going to talk about that. The situation, and so I will piggyback on that for a minute. No pun intended. Being in Hawaii, gonna get me some more pig here tonight. The deal is this.
You gotta be kidding me. That's the soft hands we're talking about. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my goodness, just so pretty. Just didn't rush it. Took its time. Let gravity do the job. That's good work. You know, a lot of times you see coaches. Oh,
there's Jermaine.
I'm sorry. Said a moment of silence there after that. The idea of I want to get a bunch of athletes, right? But guess what? If my athletes can't play within principles, you end up getting a bunch of good-looking guys running up and down the floor but getting nothing done.
Well,
and that's not how you win games.
No, it is not. Fourth quarter action coming up after this break.
Hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Gerät. Überlebensradar.
Mayday, Mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about?
That is so not funny. That is so not funny.
Yeah, that's because it's hilarious. It is the funniest, Maestro. I guarantee you, we watch in on the commercials as well, just to let y'all know. We like to watch the broadcast along with you guys. That guy had been waiting. He had been waiting in the control booth all day for some action, and someone called to tell them what they were thinking. There's only one logical question. Fine, since I can't help with an emergency, what are you thinking about?
Thinking about
Oh, that is good stuff here. Maestro, what do you think of Bay Area Breakers here? Coach Pope has his team with a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter, still out here applying pressure, trying to learn how to win in big moments. Is that coaching or what?
Love it. And I'm sorry, you get me so excited, I just step all over you, don't I? Love it. Love the fact that you have that lead. That's what we talked about earlier with Oceana. They had a big lead there. They let off the gas just a little bit, and guess what? That was enough to, make a difference of them losing in double overtime, right? Love the fact that, guess what? It is on like a chicken bone. I'm going to play like I'm behind every single second because what? I need this game. But I can't win the game until I win the game. And the only way I can win the game is to win the game.
Still trying things out, still coaching it, taking these and using them as, learning opportunities and coaching opportunities for his team. You got to appreciate that. Can't get that one to go. Duckworth defended by Andre Pope down low. There's Jamie Ramos for the Bay Area Breakers there. 6'7", 6'8". A lot of people look at him as a bigger guy. He's got a guard skill set in terms of just a really great passer, heady IQ player. Some big passing there. There's three people there unable to get that shot off in time though.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn coach just for a minute here, yeah. Just for a minute. I promise I won't stay in coach mode. What have we noticed about the Bay Area Breakers every time they brought the ball up and set up their half-court defense? They're always working from the left side of the floor. At some particular point, Lakeshore Drive needs to recognize that, right? They need to recognize the fact that that's where they want to be, and they need to find a way to re-leverage, funnel Bay Area Breakers to the other side. Not saying that they can't score from that side, but if you notice that on 11 of 12, on 12 of 4 possessions that they have been working from the left side again, don't let them do that. Get them off of their game. Make them work from the other side. Make them work from the other side. Just like this two-man game here, it's not really making them work from the side. Draw everybody over. How do you do that? You push and frame your defense to cut off the left side of the floor.
Mike, so it's a 15-point game. Any chance for LSD to make a comeback here? What do they need to do?
They need to get stops because their offense starts from their defense. That's the one consistent thing about them. Their offense starts from their defense, so they need to start getting consistent stops. They need to start doing a little pressure, even if they meet the pressure at half court, but make sure that at least enough pressure to make Bay Area Breakers work for it, and don't just give up that side of the floor. And plays like this are going to make a difference.
Witness work gets a hand on it. I'm going to reward him. No, they're going to start over. Kicks it out to Tyreek Watt. There's a three from Nas Shiftword. He can't get it to go. Would have liked to get a better shot off of a great defensive possession. There's a great block by Witness Work. What a game.
I know. Witness his work, baby. And you know what? That's something else. So I'm just going to say this too, and it's something that I wish I saw more of on this particular level. I know I said I was going to turn off coach mode. I apologize to everybody out there.
No, it's good. Stay there. They need to hear it. I need to hear it too, Maestro. Let's hear it.
So here's the thing. Behind or ahead, it doesn't matter. But particularly when you're behind, if I don't see more than 2 jerseys, or at the very least 2 jerseys running to the rim every time a ball goes up and on our side, and three jerseys going up on when the other team shoots, we got a problem. There's not enough trash cans to hold your puke in the world when we're done with this game. You got to hit the boards. That's how you keep possessions. That's how you take possessions. And you can't do that by watching it like it's a game on TV. You in it. You live it. What? You Himothy, right? Do that.
Your Himothy. What you should be is hitting the like, subscribe, share, notify buttons. You should be hitting up some friends, say, hey, you heard of SimWorld? I'm a part of this thing called SimWorld. Who's SimWorld? I don't know what SimWorld is. And you tell them, you send them the link, have them tune in so they can ask questions and see themselves. And meanwhile, smash the like button. There's no way that we want to see 172 or 230 views on this video and see 12 likes. You're doing a disservice. You're doing a disservice. Don't hurt the product. Love the product. We
Smash it like it owe your money.
What you say?
Smash it like it owe your money.
Smash it like it's Halle
Berry. Hey.
It's Friday.
I'm back.
It's Friday.
What are we talking about? I'm back. Whew. Good times.
Maestro, it's an 11-point game. This is within striking distance. After what we saw last time, I know that Coach Pope is probably over there just silently and calmly hyperventilating.
Yeah. And okay, let's talk about balance, right? Everybody wants balance. Everybody wants to be in a position where you know your offense is supporting your defense supporting your offense, that everything is working in concert with each other. But in order to do that, what do both teams need? They need to find a way to be consistent. And once again, look at what Barry's doing. They're working from the left side of the floor now. Lakeshore Drivers turned them over. It's now an 11-point game. They got a chance to break it down to single digits in this particular case. Make this count, because guess what? There's not that much time left in the game, fam. You need to start making it count right now.
We'll stop there. It's going to be tough there as they come off the clock, but they're going to come up with a steal. They're going to get another chance at it. They're going to need to get a bucket here, in my opinion, Maestro.
Oh, no, you're 100%. They are definitely in that 3-for-2 mode. For every 3 possessions, they need to at least score twice and at least get 2 stops. Break it down to 3 possessions. Every 3 possessions, I need at least 2 buckets and at least 2 stops. Oh, my goodness. Don't bring no juice to a gin party and don't bring no luau to a pie party.
Is it not wonderful when you have a big man to clean up your mistakes? There was some bad perimeter defense there. Absolute mental lapse. Andre Pope Jr. comes over and cleans up the mess.
And you know who's making that cut. Everyone should know that number. And as soon as you see that jersey start to blur toward the paint, at least 2 people should be dropping back from their man, because your man can't hurt you now. Because that person running to the rim that you know finishes the way they do will, and to have a big man to come up and clean up like that is, like you said, it's just like Christmas in July, baby. Sweet and soft.
Nine-point game, Maestro. It is within striking distance here. No press still. They are applying pressure, and then Jick Lee just moves his man out the way. That's what you call a drop step.
Listen, even my littles, screw it. Everybody, frame that play and watch the way he did it. He stepped in leverage to his man's weak side, and he didn't have to do a lot. He didn't have to drop a shoulder. He didn't have to move out of elbow. Just that move alone, physics takes over. Move this man out the way. Easy bucket.
Just under a minute left. This was just about over here. Bay Area can seal the deal with the bucket there. Jamie Ramos.
Oh my goodness. If he gets hot in this last 90 seconds, his last 80 seconds, it's just
I think it's already over. I think that's your optimism.
Yeah.
This is in the books. There's not going to be enough time here. There's no pressure, no half-court pressure, no full-court pressure. LSD is giving this one up here. Bay Area is going to get their win. Got another matchup coming up here soon, Maestro. Last one of the night before we get into games tomorrow. But we got the Scorchers taking on SimWorld Latin America coming up just after this one. Everyone stay tuned on a Friday night with us.
Friday night. In my pocket.
We're going to come right back. We're going to take a break right along with Coach Pope here, or with Coach Ali on the timeout. We'll be back after this.
You
son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
What the French,
Did you
Toast?
think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen?
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?
Pickle you, kumquat!
You're overreacting.
No, Bill, overreacting was when I put your convertible into a wood chipper. Stinky McStink face!
You Hoboken.
Fabulous. New Orbit Raspberry Mint cleans another dirty mouth. For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
Got some tournament updates for us, Maestro?
Yes, sir. Reigning Trays take out Beast of the East 66-59. Reigning Trays led by Brandon Crawford.
Of course.
Yeah. Only, well, you know, he had okay. You know, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Yeah, you know, nah. Nah, he had a great game going on. And on the other side, you know, let's just talk about Beast of the East. After such a great comeback win, guess what? Just not enough juice in this particular game, even though they got better as the game went on. Again, led by who else but Mama, they go that man again, Low Sid Thomas. Leaves Beast of the East, but he only had 10 this time. Also matched up with Malachi King, a teammate also matched him with 10 points, but not quite enough to overtake the Trays. I just wonder if that was I wonder if that was a legs game.
I'm gonna go with it was. That was I mean, they had a lot to overcome. I mean, they played 2 overtimes in their first game. As exciting as it was for us, probably not so great on their motive for the second game.
Yeah.
This one's in the books. Lakeshore Drive's gonna fall to the Bay Area Breakers. We got another one coming up after this. Hope you guys stay tuned with us. More action coming tomorrow as well. Keep it locked. Scorchers, Simone Atlantis coming up after this.
Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Now there's a steal by Murr. Underneath the DJ.
What's this gonna be? Lead pass. Stop it! Stop it! Don't do him like that! Goes to roll. Brandon a three-pointer out front. Hit him! Yes, he did! Iguodala up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang!
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. We been whipping, topping pictures, popping like a candle soda, pop the pitches, 7 digits, gotta count that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, only stop with dollars rolling, can you dig it, I'ma get it, popping like a candle soda, popping like, whoop, popping like a candle soda, popping like a, I'm just trying to pop it like a candle soda, can you tell her, pop it like a candle soda, pop it like, yeah, keep that laughing up, pop it like a candle soda, yeah.
I got friends and you got friends, they in heat and we on 10, lights, camera, and action then. If I say something wrong, it's an accident. Pop it like a Zans when you hear your favorite song and you with your friends. Creek Blaze, OMG, I'm your biggest fan. It's your birthday and you ain't worried about your man. Shimon then.
I been whipping, topping pictures, popping like a candle soda, pop the pitches, 7 digits, gotta count that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, only stop with dollars rolling, can you dig it, I'ma get it, popping like a candle soda, popping like, whoop, popping like a candle soda, pop it like a what? Pop it like a candle soda, can you tell her? Pop it like a candle soda, pop it like, pop it like a candle soda.
It's either vodka green or praise team. Been one of those nights at a hell of a price. No meek here, I chase dreams, double meaning. Your fights can be your icing. They got cake too, she got cake too. My eyes red in the sky blue, that's a gang truce. Can't go back to my old crew. Old ways or old wage or old boo. My new chick so cool, whipping my demons, swimming my old fears. My son is watching, my daughter's headed to college, and they can't eat off logic or God's timing unless it's God's timing. Whoa, whoa.
Whipping, topping pictures, popping like a candle soda, pop the pitches, 7 digits, gotta count that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, only stop with dollars rolling, can you dig it, I'ma get it, popping like a candle soda, popping like, whoop, popping like a candle soda, popping like a what, popping like a candle soda, can you tell her, pop it like a candle soda, pop it like, popping like a candle soda, we been whipping, topping pictures, popping like a candle soda, pop the pitches, 7 digits, gotta count that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, only stop with dollars rolling, can you dig it, I'ma get it, popping like a candle soda, popping like, whoop, popping like a candle soda, popping like a what, popping like a candle soda, can you tell her, pop it like a candle soda, pop it like, pop it like a candle soda, yeah. We been whipping, topping pictures, popping like a candle soda, pop the pitches, 7 digits, gotta count that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, only stop with dollars rolling, can you dig it, I'ma get it, popping like a candle soda, popping like, whoop, popping like a candle soda, popping like a what, popping like a candle soda, can you tell her, pop it like a candle soda, pop it like, popping like a candle soda, yeah. Pop it like a soda, man, I ain't worried about your friends, I ain't nobody, man, you know what I'm saying?
We're back for our last game of the night, of the day. I keep saying that. Jeez Louise. But yeah, we got the Scorchers coming out of Arizona taking on SimWorld Latin America. We got some hometown cooking in this one, Maestro. DJ Ammer. It's actually from Hawaii, so it's a bit of a homecoming for him. What are you looking for in this matchup?
Got to feel good. You know what? See the Scorchers. Scorchers need to play comfortable. And if they can maintain the three-headed monster of Dougie Fresh, Marky Mark, and Kendrick Lamar Jorgen.
What?
If they can maintain that three-headed monster, they can definitely have a strong opportunity to take this game because we know.
I should have had a few drinks. We talking somewhere in Latin America, not Atlantis.
Oh my goodness!
So what's in that coconut?
I'm in that stuff, man.
What is in that coconut? Oh, that was just coconut water. Could have fooled me.
I'm gonna go stick my finger in that electrical socket. I'll be right back after a good hard reset. Okay, now I'm back. So we know Pablo Guzman is one of your scoring threats for Central Latin America, and we know if they can keep his game under control, the only other person I have to really look out for here, and he's sneaky. My man on the inside there, Juan Vazale. That's going to be their terror marks, right?
Really active kid too.
Yeah. So if the Scorchers can maintain those two, they give themselves a really good opportunity. They match up point-wise better per game, not by much, but just enough to make a difference. But they also lose the advantage on the boards, which means what? The Scorchers need to find a way to take advantage of every rebound they get because we know Latin America is going to do what? Push out. Every rebound is going to be pushed out into some sort of transition play, and once the Guzman gets going, he's like Freddy Krueger. It's over.
There's DJ Ammer missing there. A lot of athletes, a lot of physicality on this Scorchers team. You got DJ Ammer, who's been just an absolute bucket for this team. Again, we talked about him being a native to Hawaii, has yet to commit to any schools in Seminole U. A lot of schools taking a look at him. You got Daniel Irvin. He can hit a bucket or two as well as get to the rack. Had a crazy growth spurt to get to 6'5", 4-inch growth spurt in over a few months during the off season. That's where we see the greatest progression and growth for these kids is normally during the off season over the summer. My goodness. Then you got the ultimate driving machine, Tyree Wells, and let's not forget, big man in the middle, Jason Holbrook, 7-footer, just 16 years old, out of Wenatchee, Washington.
Preach. And he's a real 7-footer. He's not one of those guys that they're giving him tennis shoes either.
DJ Amber working here on the post. He's going to work on his man.
What a move. What a move.
You hear the crowd cheering for him. He's got his fans in the house.
And again, I'm going to ask our players. We talked about how you can use your feet as leverage in terms of your steps and stuff in the post. You saw what he did. He didn't have to hook his man. He didn't have to do anything extra. He stepped to the weak side of his defender with his feet, make that step with intention, step to the man's back pocket. Guess what? He's under the rim by himself. Those are the simple things that you can learn to not use your arms and stuff get in the way and slow yourself down, getting contact you don't need to get. Fighting for the boards there, yes. I'm sorry, I talked through that. It looked like a volleyball game for a minute. A lot of people got some rebounds, but only one person gets the bucket.
That was a lot of hustle there. Yeah, you are telling the truth there. No, Maestro, do your thing. Pablo Guzman going to be headed to Duke with the big-time bucket there. That's how you do it, like Montel Jordan.
Mm-hmm. This is how we do. How Pablo Guzman.
Somebody explain to me why he was British when he sang. I just need an answer.
I think it was the lace in front of his pants instead of a zipper. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
I don't know. It's Friday night. Makes no sense.
Somebody laced him up a little too tight.
Jason Holbrook bringing it down here. Daniel Irvin, who's been very aggressive here in this one. Eric Guerrero gonna kick it back over. DJ Ammer going to work again.
He is doing it. He's falling into his game as he's falling into his size. And it is, again, one of those things that when you see those things start to come together and how, you notice how efficient he is in the post yells. how he knows where the open floor is, and he always makes sure he steps there. But when he steps to and around his man, he always steps to that weak back pocket, which means he's already past his man. The guy just don't even know it yet.
Don't have to be a big man to have that kind of footwork. That's the thing. 6'6",
Exactly.
210. If he doesn't grow
Exactly.
another inch, there's lots of that elbow area for a wing player is where, that's where money's made. A lot of people watch the game now, Maestro, and they see all the perimeter dribbling, as Rick Blaze calls it, cutting grass, and it's real pretty. It can lead to turnovers. It can also take your teammates out of a game where they don't have anything to do. All that working and, creating the proper space on the court. Everyone loves to see the threes and step back. But your greatest players in history, every time you name them, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant. We're talking about your elite level scorers. Yes, you got your Stephen Currys, right? But your Luka Doncic's. They work in that elbow area. Might they have a perimeter game where they can put the handles on? Absolutely. Might they go to it? Yeah. But that elbow range, being able to knock down that mid-range, turn their back to the basket, that's where you get it done. 3-level scorer. Can't be a 3-level scorer if you only work from one level.
That's right. And oh, by the way, for those of you who like to talk about the Jordan effect, watch how his game improved once he got consistent with his mid-range shot. All the other parts of the game was there, but once he got consistent with that mid-range shot, he was beyond next level at that point.
Third best player in history.
A little high for me for that, but I'm not going to argue with you.
We'll save that for the last dance. We won't even get into it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Thought I took it to a depth. You took it to a whole nother one. It's a little high on that list. Some more Latin America hanging in here. Good move there, unable to get it to go. Tyree Wells on the glass. He's got the athleticism to bring it up. I've never seen a quicker 260 in my life and athleticism. I mean, you can name some people, Zion Williamson, a couple people, but this young man, he gets put in the right system coming into Cimarron U. He is downright scary.
Oh yes, oh yeah, magic words, man, magic words. You. Again, it's taking that first step with intention and recognizing where you need to step to have leverage. And if you know that, that first steps look a lot fast. Listen, Larry Bird is not beating anybody in a 10-yard dash, let alone a 40-yard dash. But you're not going to beat him to a spot. Why? He's always going to have you off balance because he's going to step to that open spot against your leverage, and next thing you know, he's wide open, and you're still waiting for the Christmas card to come because he's already run up after he knocked down in 3 and told you that he went in. Don't worry about it.
Maestro, I'm going to change gears real quick. I got to get on my soapbox while I have time. We're on the last one of the night. Soapbox engaged. A lot of you guys filled out a survey just a few days ago. That survey will be closing in the morning. It will be closing. What was said on there is that you guys absolutely love the media that is presented and represented here in Cimarron Sports. If that's the case, get your ass in the media feed and interact with that media that you love so much. Engage with it. Talk to them. Give your opinion. Share your opinion. We don't want to see cool story, bro. Good, I agree. That adds nothing to the conversation. If you don't want to come on the show, share your voice with it, that's cool. But you can hop behind the keyboard and you can engage with that media. Make sure that you're supporting our media team for the hard work that they're doing. They just want to know you like it. More so, they want you to have a conversation with them. They just want to talk to you. That's all they want to do. They want to talk to you.
Just want to talk to you. Holla at your boy. You know what I tell you?
We are looking for more guests on the show, so you guys keep it locked and stay on the lookout for that. Holler at Lank. He can get you booked for a show. Honestly, you can just hit up a media member if they're not too busy. And if you've been kind and maybe they're in their inbox and, these are high-level people like Maestro here, but he may make a way for you. We're here for you guys.
I got you, boo.
Corey McCain with a beautiful pass there. That's what he can do, is drop a dime, drop a quarter, whatever you need. Phoenix, Arizona, only 15 years old, but that kind of vision is excellent as he throws it up for Tyree Wells.
I tell you, the athleticism, you talked about it earlier. It's just this match. I mean, it's going to sound horrible. It's at a certain point, we don't want to make it and take it for granted because it is beautiful to watch. But when you watch a play like that, when you see a teammate read his teammate's space and to make that pass in that perfect spot, oh man, I'm getting goosebumps. It is a beautiful thing to see that sort of teamwork, like that move right there. Make me look smart, make me look good. There you go. Handle your boy.
It's a great pass.
Yeah.
People can only see that dunk, but that's great. You saw the eye contact they made right there to know that was a pass that could be made.
Exactly. And how do you do that, Yels? You engage with each other during the week. You engage with each other in practice. Room. You engage with each other in the locker room. You engage with each other in open runs. You engage with each other at the buffet. You engage. I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about.
That info was put out on Hard in the Paint. Hey, that locker room progression helps your IQ and your chemistry with your teammates. Hey, just letting you know. First quarter's in the books. Scorchers up by 10, I believe. DJ Emmer and his homecoming. We got more action coming up after this. Keep it locked with us. Yells here with SimWorld Sports, where we're providing the most immersive virtual sports experience found anywhere out there. If you got the brain, come be a coach. If you got the game, come be a player. SimWorld Sports, the only place where you can see the game and be the game.
Yes, I know. Look who's over there. He's Paul.
So, what have I missed?
So, what have you missed? Get in the media feed. Matt, you know what? We're going to do a little something here. A lot of people, Yells likes to put people on blast. I play absolutely no games. A lot of people had to say, I think progression, I drop the fourth wall every now and then. I think it should be based on engagement, blah, blah, blah. Oh, engagement, when I engage this much, I wanted this, I want that. Maestro, give me a number between 1 and 50.
21.
Shout out to our number 21 all-time engagement leader in engagement for live streams particularly, Isaiah Orleans. Shout out to number 21. A lot of people want to talk about their engagement. Guess what? Your engagement level is on blast. The tops are the tops for a reason, for the most part. But shout out to number 21, Isaiah Orleans, for making that leaderboard. These are updated every Saturday. So check out and see who your target is, who you want to take out, who you want to go down. I know a lot of people are aiming for somebody on that list whose last name is Hyman. Do what you got to do. Take them out. Take them out. I know the game. I know what people are doing, man. We're up on all. We're not missing much here in SimWorld. Just want y'all to know. Just because we don't say something about it doesn't mean we don't notice it all. Shout out to you, Cyrus Jackson, too, and your never-ending vendetta.
That's right. Love it. Take it to the grave, baby. Take that hate to the grave.
My God. Petty Crocker in the house. McCoy McCain bringing the ball up. Latin America held to just 12 points in this first quarter. And DJ Ammer not held down in any way. Doing it for the culture, doing it for the family, doing it for the hometown.
Talk about hatred. Had two coaches used to coach against each other. We found out later they were actually They were actually cousins. And they grew up together.
Who's that?
They had two coaches in high school. They coached against each other, different teams. We found out later they were cousins, but they hated each other. So we had a thing one year. It was every coach had to say something good about the other coaches in our district. And both of them said the same thing about each other. You know, I want him to get twice as much as what I get. They said, what do you mean? Well, I'll ask somebody to beat me half to death.
You're funny. That's funny, Maestro. You had me thinking of a story. I'm out one time with one of my friends. We're having a good old time. Wherever we are, everyone is heavily inebriated. Dare I just say everybody's drunk. And two guys, it's not this type of stat. What a finish! Time out. That's DJ Amber putting on for the city of Hawaii. My God, what a finish! This kid is so skilled. He's so skilled. But look, I'm gonna get this story out between the action because there's sure to be some more highlights. We're out. Everybody's been drinking. It's not a hood establishment. It's not anything like that. But a fight breaks out between two guys, and there's a group of people breaking it up. It doesn't take a lot of people to break it up. A couple girls break it up. The fight ends, but it was a knockdown drag. There were punches connected, shirts torn. It was a rough fight. As security was escorting them out while they were near each other, one of the guys says to the other guy that was fighting, "That's why I'll see you on the couch when we get home." Oh, they were roommates. You have that type of night out in the club, then you got to go home together.
That's that next level.
Jeez.
Love it.
That is crazy to me. DJ Amber going to work again. We've seen some big performances tonight, Maestro.
Yes.
We saw Losi Thomas and oh my goodness, let me not forget his name, Losi Thomas and Travion Abbas.
There you go.
Going to work. Going to absolute work in that first game. Second game we saw more work going on. Just balling. Who's that?
Jick Lee.
Jick Lee, absolutely, yeah. Just more working in this one. DJ Amber getting an early start here. Pablo Guzman as well, looking pretty good. But DJ Amber, 12 points. Getting what he wants when he wants a 6 for 8 here. Coach giving him a spotlight.
You know, there's reality there going out there for here. And whenever you get a chance to perform at home, you know, it's always special, especially when it's in a big tournament like this. You know, so many teams here, so many scouts here, so many coaches here. And being the fact that you have that energy of playing at home, it is there's nothing like, you know, probably growing up in this environment makes it even a little nicer, you know, to be home. And there are just some places that kind of hold that special place for you that no matter when you go there, no matter what condition you're in when you go there, it just, I'm sorry. Let's have a moment of silence for the body left on the ground.
That's something that could wake a team up. 14 down, though.
Sometimes you need it. But sometimes you need that emotional bucket, right? Yeah, sometimes you need that bucket to let you know, listen, we're here. It doesn't matter. We're here. And you make it up, 1 point at a time.
For sure. Maestro, I'm going to let you take this one.
Come on, don't play yourself. I'm sorry to do my yell. Don't play yourself. You out there. You're doing what you got to do. You know you got friends. You know, tell them what you're doing. Bring them on in here. 5,000 EMs a signing bonus for head coaches. But if you refer somebody, guess what? You get a bonus too, boo. Come on, now don't play yourself. Even the super fans. Listen, the V-necks are free. Come on in, get what it is. Do what you got to do. SimWorldSports.com, Discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. You know what I'm going to say. Got to say it because that's what it is. When you play yourself, it ain't right. But when you see the game, you beat the game.
That's not bad. That wasn't bad at all. The don't play yourself part, I almost thought that was a recording to me. That was pretty close right there. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot better than your B-Ron impersonation, though. I'll add that, too. I will add that. I do have to ask you a question, though, Maestro. How much is all of this?
Oh, come on. It is the absolute low price with special financing available for you right now of free. As a matter of fact, we pay you. We pay you. So I'm just saying. Can't get no better than that.
There's an old saying, if it's free, give me 3. Whatever it is. It could be a pile of you know what. If it's free, though,
how much for just
I'll
one
figure out
read?
what to do with 3 of them.
That's right. How much for just one read?
Tyree Wells going to the bench. Coach Berry celebrating a birthday this weekend. I believe it may be his birthday today. If it is, happy birthday, sir. If we're giving you the wrong date on this, have a drink and just name the right day. We'll figure it out at a later date.
Yeah, really. That means just have 2 birthdays
Don't
this
do
year.
it during this game, though. Don't have the drink during this game.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't do it. But he is definitely celebrating in fashion, getting to celebrate out here in Hawaii and Oahu, the sports paradise, and enjoying a healthy lead here as well. Hoping to get a birthday gift here in this tournament as Cimarron Latin America goes to a zone.
Interesting. That means they're going to say, we're going to make you beat us from downtown. And this might not be the team to do that with, Boo. Just saying.
Loaded with shooters. Daniel Irvin not shooting so well this season, but everyone knows that he can knock it down. That's the thing that he does. You got DJ Ammer can knock it down from deep. Jax Jackson Jr.
Listen, you know the secret for every shooter. How many shots they miss? None. Because I'm making the next one. that's how shooters roll. Yes, come on.
Hey, that's how non-shooters roll too in 2025. You can miss 500, you make one, they celebrate that one like they won the championship.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Jax Jackson gets it up, loses that one. Some more Latin America going to come down on the break, and Cordero called for a charge, maybe a push off there. I didn't quite see it. That's a questionable
maybe
call.
more of a push off than a charge. Yeah, no. You know, yes, to the point we're talking about with this particular game, like, the games for broadcast got thrown off obviously by quite a bit with the first game going to double overtime, and that can have another how can we say this, wrench in the monkey of a of the mindset when you're trying to get ready to play, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea of, okay, you're trying to get in your routine, you're trying to find your routine. Some of these teams have not played in a month, so you have that going on too. So again, we talk about how much of this game is mental as it is physical, right? You have to be able to find a way to get that balance so you're always in that same mindset every time, and that means being willing to look where you are at that moment. In other words, look at you at the right now. My goodness, what a finish.
Maestro, halftime is underway.
Yeah, let's go and talk about it. The first thing we've seen from Latin America is they've not been able to get on any sort of offensive roll. They've had some not so good possessions. They've not been able to turn the ball over the way they need to. Now, we know that they're a streaky team. We've seen this happen before. We've seen Pablo Guzman get on a streak, and we sort of got a hint that he might have gotten started early, but the Scorchers have managed a way to shut that down. What's been really interesting on the other side of that, though, is the Latin America going to that zone, giving the Scorchers a chance to shoot from the outside. That might not be the way to go here as we go into the second half.
No, they got an uphill climb here in this second half, but they have some players to do it. They've had some great comebacks led by Pablo Guzman. I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing if that can happen again. Stay tuned with us to see if it is possible.
It's time to see the game, be the game.
What more can I say? It's incredible, baby. Yeah. This that Ron Simmons, that Bush Reed type of vibe. We come to the ring, grab the mic. Hey, sweetheart, ring the damn bell. I'm off the top rope with the flow. My bravado, putting gills in a sleeper hole. Jake the Snake, don't be late when you got the load. What I mean is, if I pick you, roll. That's how it's supposed to go. Rapper slash singer slash actor slash producer slash everything else slash I'm Cordell Stewart. I knew it. Mama made me special, that's my birthright. Daddy named me Junior, just so he can live twice. You ain't know that I had balls like a baby crib. One call, you's all in your house like baby's crib. Let him live. I'm a lover, not a fighter, son. Rule number 1, hun, watch how you pop your gum.
I'm just a Northside kid where I did my Northside bid. I'm so Northside shit. I'm still on the Northside, bitch. I got that Northside edge. We getting money, you dig? Blue honey and Bitcoin. Cash still under the mattress. Shoebox full of 20s and 10s. It's 94 again. Shout out to Sam Cassell. My mama raised me well. Daddy ain't want me to fail. Boski saved my life. They had me under the jail. All the lies they tell, they ain't want me to prevail. What I did with Microsoft is why I excel. Now I'm Excelsior. Days me and Lil Ricky swore we make it to where we are. Now we want more. They got me out here like Brady if he never won them 6 rings. God be wanting big things. Niggas in the hood be wanting small change. For freedom, I'm somewhere in between.
Man, y'all niggas is not here. Bow.
Hawaii, such a beautiful place. I can't wait. Day 1 of 3 days here.
It has been a day. 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 Woo! Pop it like a can of soda. Get that out of here.
Not how you want to start the half if you're similar Latin America.
No.
They did get a stop here. They come up with the board. Jason Holbrook just takes it, rips it out of Pablo Guzman's hand.
You have to stay in every possession. You can't give anything. The Scorchers not going to do that. You know they are, as we like to say, hella talented. Did I say that right? I hope so. You know, they're going to be in every play. And Latin America, unfortunately, if the Scorchers, if anybody can keep Latin America from getting on that scoring run that we talked about earlier, it's going to be a team like the Scorchers that matches in with that sort of kinetic movement up and down the floor.
DJ Hammer back at it like a bad habit. Knocking him down. Similar Latin America having no answers for him. Let me ask you, Maestro, should Similar Latin America just go to a strategy of just shutting him down, or do you just play your game?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to do something. I'm sorry, I keep doing that to you.
No, you're good.
Because you get me so excited with those questions. No. You listen. He's doing it to you. So what you need to do, stop him before he starts. That means if that means double teaming him during the timeout when he's sitting on the bench, that's what you do. and have to say, if anybody's going to beat me, homie, not you.
Look at that. Big time bucket there. I think that was Quincy Appia.
Uh-oh.
Or Eric Guerrero, my apologies. We getting silly out here, Maestro?
But I'm gonna say it. You know, I'm gonna say shenanigans. Okay, I got it out. You know, I see you, Kai Killings. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Beautiful pass that they trap down low. Look who's there to knock it down. Daniel Irvin.
So this lead is different from what we saw before, right? It's different than the type of lead we saw when Beast of These came back and won. It's very different from the lead that we saw in the last game between Lakeshore Drive and Barrier Breakers.
Well, how so, Maestro?
Well, it's different in the fact that Latin America has not been able to get their feet off the ground. And by that I mean this. The Scorchers have come out and the Scorchers are playing to their talent, as no surprise there. But Latin America, let's just be honest about it. They have been in a lot of ways disorganized and cattywampus in every single possession almost. And in that, basically what it means is it's like they're turning the key in the engine, but the engine's just not turning over. So they haven't even gotten started yet. And by the way, almost being doubled up in points right now shows you that, well, I'm sorry, more than being doubled up in points right now, shows you that they haven't got started yet.
Cattywampus.
Love that word.
Let's go to the shout outs.
Yeah, let's do some shout outs. Come on.
You got something you want to say, put it in the chat and we'll get it out over the air for you. Only here in SimWorld during a break. During the meantime, we're going to shout out the chat. Shout out Kai Killings. Shout out Coach Dre Pope, who just picked up a big win. Shout out Coach Simpson, still in here for the full game. Shout out Coach Wood, picked up a big bag in this one. Only place you can do it is lock it into the game. Shout out to you. Shout out to Kai Dior, Jackson Sutton, Coach Heese, Cyrus Jackson, whole crew. Appreciate you guys being in here with us.
He's moving in. Appreciate all y'all for hanging out. He's moving in, checking in. That's my dude.
Who that?
It's Jackson Sutton, just moving in, like coming in double collar popping.
Does he have a double collar pop going on? I didn't even see him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He came in, had to look up. Next thing you know, boom, there he is. Pop, pop. I already said pop it like a can of soda. I can't say pop it. That's what I want to say because it's still almost daylight. Never mind.
Got a couple of shout outs that people got in a little late. I want to get them out here. Coach Simpson says shout out to 988. Remember, people, you are never alone.
Never.
Coach Wood says shout out to University of Miami, the U be Ron. Shout out to his brother for continuing his physical therapy education. Yes, shout out to your brother for enhancing and growing himself.
That's awesome.
It's a major accomplishment,
So awesome.
B Ron. Tell him all of SimWorld cheers him on. We're looking forward to seeing what he does. Maybe he gets to the point where he is he's helping some of these kids on the court.
That's right. Give him that love.
Yeah. So, appreciate everybody for getting those shout outs in here. Scorchers here dominating this game so far.
Yes, they are. Like I say, it's very different than the big leagues we saw before because, just quite frankly, it's almost like varsity versus JV in a bad way.
In a bad way. What's the good way?
The good way was my freshman year, our JV team got turned into the varsity team because we beat the varsity three games in a row
What do you mean
in
it
the
got turned
preseason.
into? What does that mean, Maestro?
We became my freshman JV team became the varsity team.
What do you mean it became?
The coach made us the varsity team because we beat my freshman team beat the varsity team 3 scrimmages in a row. So we became the varsity team our freshman year, the whole team.
So they moved the whole team to the varsity team, or they switched?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yes, they did. They moved the whole team to the varsity. They kept some of the top varsity players, but we became the varsity team. I'm just saying, that's the bad way.
I thought you were saying they literally swapped teams, not the players. Maestro was going to lead me into another Mississippi.
We did. We played the varsity schedule. So you got it right. We played the varsity schedule. Coach had enough after that third scrimmage. Said, you know what? There's a varsity team from now. Get out those uniforms. Switch locker rooms.
Damn.
And we never looked back.
Was this in Mississippi? Was this in the SIP?
Yes, sir. It's in the SIP, boo.
All right. Latin America getting it rolling here. 29-point lead. Let me ask you, Maestro, we got games coming up tomorrow. Excuse me. Let me get my schedule out here.
Go on, get it.
Maybe you already have it in front of you.
You know I do.
What game are you most looking forward to? Let me make sure I can let all of our viewers in on it in case they are not knowing to go to the stats and info section in the server and go to the league info where the schedules are, where the stats are, where all the information is that you want to know. When is the game that I'm playing, which is a weird statement to me. Incredibly weird. When do I play? But hey, it is what it is. If you need that kind of information, it's in one place for you. But in case they're not aware, tomorrow we've got Queen City Kings taking on the North at 1 o'clock. We've got the Yacht Club and the Bay Area Breakers at 2 following that game. Let me not say 2 in case something goes into double overtime or quadruple or octa overtime. Oh no, BC East don't play tomorrow. Coach Drayton doesn't coach, so that's not going to happen. And then we got Heartland Zombie Stars taking on the Scorchers on the third game of the evening. Then we have games in between that. Rain and Trays at Simworld Oceania, Lakeshore Drive and Yacht Club, and Rocky Mountain Monsters in the North. All that action going on tomorrow. What are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
I'm just going to say what I said again, kind of taking up from where I left with my Talking Dirty episode. I really want to see what the North is going to do. I really, really want to see the same way I selfishly wanted to see how Oceania was going to do here today. I really want to see what the North is going to do tomorrow. And I say that because of what the team has gone through this season, what they've gone through from before, but more importantly, you know, it's easy to look at the teams that have had strong seasons and say, yeah, them. That's cool, right? And expected in a lot of ways. But when I see a team like the North with an opportunity here, with a multitude of games, as you said, in the pool play situation here, round robin pool play situation, you got a chance to make a statement. You got a chance to do something. So come on. You know, I really want to see what they have. So I'm really looking forward to see not their, yes, their first game against Queen City Kings, yes, but I'm selfishly looking forward to see how they're going to be mindset-wise as well as physicality-wise in the game against Rocky Mountain.
Shenanigans at full play here. It's a great group of kids over there with the North. You got Enzo Amore. You got Wade Rose. Tracy Scott. Really good group of kids over there. You just really want to see them perform well and get some really good results. Ty Jones. Kids play really hard. They really do. And you know, at some point, man, it doesn't always happen all at once, but hard work earns victories at some point. So you know it's coming your way at some point.
Yes, it does. And yes, again, I can't even thank you enough for saying it that way, because the reality of it is this. You know, your hard work is going to pay off. It might not be in the way that you think or even want it to pay off, but it will. And you know, when you show the mental toughness that you know that those kids have shown, you know, there is nothing but, you know, roses and 4-leaf clovers at the end of every rainbow, man. You just got to believe it's there.
You know, when I talk, when I have to speak with my consulting gigs, I do this all the time when I have to, you know, kind of talk through those things. It sounds crazy when you say it, but the goal is not always winning. Not at every level. Not at every stage of life. Same is true for basketball. Same is true for sports. The growth is what you're aiming for. As soon as you can get to the point where the wins actually matter, now you're prepared for those. So it's okay. Sometimes you win without winning. Right now, the Scorchers are winning this one, and they're winning by a lot. It's going to be a party in the city a little later. We'll be back for fourth quarter action after this. I don't know if it'll warrant throwing those fours up, but we will run that fourth quarter anyhow. Stay with us. We'll be back for more action right after this.
What more can I say?
I'd like to order french fries, a burger, and a milkshake. This is a library. I'd like to order french fries, a burger, and a milkshake.
We are back. Sorry, Maestro. They're not all meant to talk. All right, so.
No. Come on, say it.
Big
say
bucket
it.
there. I'm not letting anybody in on that conversation here. Last game of the evening here.
Say it. Say it.
Cristobal Hogarth, we have moved on. We'll move. I'm not bringing it up. This fourth quarter does not warrant putting those fours up. It doesn't. It's please stay locked in for the Maestro and Yells show. Full court press here. Jeremias Cordera, excuse me. Just 27 points to go, Maestro.
I ain't mad at it.
Hey, as we said last game, Coach Dre Pope had his team up, and he had his team up by quite a bit, and he was still coaching through that game for game situations. And you see Coach here, Coach Akamura. You know, this may not be the last stop for him in his team. This may not be it for his players, or even in where he is. So he's testing out his coaching chops. He's getting his players to try some things out. I'm not mad at all. The game's not over.
Absolutely, right. You know, once you develop your voice as a coach, and I'll say this, once you develop, you want to see it work, and you sort of progress. Okay, I'm coaching at this level. If I coach at the next level, how would I handle this? What type of talent would I have? Who do I look at? You scout and coach to the next job. I'm going to say it that way for lack of a better phrase, right? So no matter where I am, I'm always looking, okay, I have this now, but this is my system, this is my scheme, this is how I work, this talent, but if I'm going to move to the next level, what do I have, how would I work, that sort of thing. So you kind of go through that process. However, in doing that, right, in that thought process as a coach, you also have to keep in mind that very oftentimes, even once, especially once you develop an identity, what do? You develop an identity for the type of players you want to work in your scheme. Now, if you're lucky enough to be able to do that, then you sort of get that perfect match, right? That perfect match of, I like to run this sort of scheme, this, so I need players that can do X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3. Or if you're one of those coaches that kind of go from spot to spot to spot, you need to reset your identity to being one that can coach to your talent, to put your talent in the best position to perform, and therefore those performance turns into wins. So always as a coach, recognize who you are as a coach too, because that's going to help you better serve your players and your team and your organization.
Well said, Maestro. Jeremias Cordera knocking it down again. He is absolutely trying to make his name for himself in this game. Can't get that one to go. This game may end up looking a lot closer than it's been. Cristobal Hogarth coming down the court here.
I just don't feel... Oh, my goodness gracious. I just don't feel as though Latin America has gotten... I feel like they're finally in the gym. Does that make sense? Like I feel like they're finally here because they're showing up, they're pressing, they're changing the flow of the game. The Scorchers just have gotten so comfortable where they're playing so free, their heart rates aren't up, everything is relaxed. It's like we just go and do what we do. And oh, by the way, that lack of tension in their game shows you what? A performance of efficiency, whereas on the other side, the lack of efficiency from Latin America shows how tense and how tough they are trying to force the issue.
defensively, SimWorld Latin America looking a lot better in this quarter. Jeremiah's Cordera again throwing it down. Is this just taking your foot off the gas if you're the Scorchers, or is Latin America ratcheting it up here? Which one do you attribute that to, Maestro?
Definitely the latter. Like I said, I really feel like Latin America has finally showed up. Like I feel like they finally got off the bus, and this is sort of game that you expect to see from them, no matter who they're playing against, right? So the fact that they can get into these quick transition games, the fact that they can push themselves to the rim. Unfortunately, they're doing it about 25 points too late in the game to really sort of make an impactful difference.
And scouts, when the scouts looking at a game, it's a beautiful pass. Great vision there, Cristobal Hogar. A lot of people say he's one of the better passers in the country. Or excuse me, in SimWorld Prep. But Maestro, I want to ask, 2 minutes left to go in this game. 25 to 30 point lead. What are scouts looking at from players on either side? Are they looking at wins and losses at this point, or are they looking at the players, and what are they looking at this stage of the game?
Totally looking at the players, what you just said. I'm looking on the side of the bench and seeing if you're on the losing team. Are you sitting still attentive in the game? Are you still sort of charting the game in your mind? Are you paying attention, or are your arms folded and you're leaning back and your feet are out like, yeah, well, this game's over, whatever? Do it looks like does it look like you have given up? If you're on the winning team, I'm looking to see if you're staying engaged in terms of still playing within the principles that your coach has laid out for you, because these scouts are going to know that, as well as if you're being attentive to your teammates and sort of pre-scouting things that you're working on to take you to the next game. Also, collectively, I'm looking at how you're stepping to the ball, right? How you're going in for things like rebounds. Are you diving on the floor if there's a loose ball? Are you even trying to make the attempt to do the steal? That a great pass like that, not just for the show, but see, that shows me something, that they're still being attentive enough to each other to let the flow of the game come to them. Those are those little things that don't show up in the stat book, but tells me about your character and how attentive you are to the game, how attentive you are to your teammates, but more importantly, how, here's that word again, Yells, engaged you are in the overall process when it counts.
Engagement?
Did you say that?
Engagement? I love that word. All right, Maestro, last question of the night. I've been asking you a lot down the stretch here as we come down the stretch of this game. The college scouts, SimWorld U scouts, are they looking at coaches at this point in the game? Are they watching for anything?
They are. You know they are. That's coming across the table. Every athletic director, every program director, anything you want to talk about has a list of coaches that they keep their eye on. Either they've worked with or they've just kept their eye on across the league. So you never know when that case might come. I need to make a phone call. Who are on my list? They don't start looking when the position is open. They've already started looking for the next coach when they hired this coach. Just got hired today. There's already a list with a bunch of other coaches' names on it in the athletic director's office for the kid when this coach should happen to go.
Good insight there. It's been a good first day for the Layup Invitational. First game sucked a lot of air out of the room, but it was good enough for the entire night. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everybody that was even invited to the Invitational. It's been a great time. First night here, Friday, here in Hawaii. Like I said, more action coming up tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Tip-off starting off at 1 o'clock Eastern with the Queen City Kings and the Nauf. For Maestro, I am Yells. This has been action here on SimWorld TV. The only place where you can see the game, be the game. Later, folks.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.